Let's go. A Sunday amped up podcast, the review of Backlash 2023. Come on. Let's go. Guess I should check the playback. Unit, what's up? Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly of Backlash 2023. Now here's the deal. Playback sounds good. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to switch back to the earbuds. If you thought BC was an asshole before, you're really going to think so today, because there was some good stuff on this premium live event. Trust me, we're going to go talk about the good, because it's right there. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But there's some people in the community that seem to think like this premium live event was just so damn good. It was off the charts, extra special, phenomenal. Not so fast. You see, I'm an actual critic in this industry. Like a real one. Like I've been dissecting pro wrestling since I was a tiny BC, pissing off all of the adults around me because I wouldn't shut up about how this was a botch, how that wasn't supposed to happen, how that isn't going to help out the future of said wrestler and said storyline. And that's how I always proceed wrestling, like a Paul Heyman, if you will. I've been in that ring personally. I have friends traveling the world as we speak, breaking their backs for this industry. I don't have to work for World Wrestling Entertainment to know how to call these events. Guys, the crowd made that event what it was more than anything else. More than anything else, don't get it twisted. Puerto Rico, San Juan made that shit so special. And what happens, guys, I've been doing this long enough, and I've been critiquing this shit since I was a little BC. What happens is when you get such a hot crowd, you get invested a bit more. Things that are subpar and mediocre all of a sudden become good and even really good. Things that are just good become great and phenomenal. But this is an actual, credible, respectable review show. If you're new to the channel, we call it the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to go through every single match, and every match is going to go in one of these three categories. At the end of this review, we together are going to find out if this was a good or a bad show. Not if you liked it or didn't like it, by the way. That's different. You may have thought this was a phenomenal show. You really enjoyed it. And again, the crowd helps that. Things like Bad Bunny or a Bianca and Iyo match, those help it, I get it. But was the show actually good or bad? That's what we're going to do today. Everybody else, they give you their shows on this platform, right? You have podcasters, content creators, journalists, reporters, and they're all giving you their insights, their thoughts, their opinions. Now, we save the best for last. Now, it's time to get amplified and find out if the show was actually good or not. Now, the big boy has come to play. Now my amp unit, like you see in that chat, especially those gold card members, my channel members, now we're going to clean up all of the bullshit that the community has spread in the last 12 hours about this event. Nobody from here on out cares about your thoughts or your opinions. Now we're going to drop facts. Now we're going to see if Backlash 2023 delivered as a complete show, or did it shit the bed for the most part? Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly. Every match will go into one of these columns. It'll get a tally. We hope to fill up that good column. We hope to stay away from the bad as much as possible, and you have to stay away from the ugly column. Because if you're new to the channel, if you're new to how we do these reviews, every single tally in the ugly column at the end of this review will turn into two bads. That'll drastically change the outcome of the event, guys. Even if you think this was a pretty good premium live event, if there was some ugly shit that happened last night, it gets two bads, basically. You put a tally in the ugly, and then it turns into two bads when we do the final count. That's rule number 3. Stay the fuck away from the uglies. That's it. I don't think we waste any more time. My unit is showed up in full. We're already over. We just started, man. Less than 5 minutes into this thing. Over 100 on the ups. Over 100. We're already going toward 200 on those ups. It's 45 minutes of notice on a Sunday morning / afternoon. And I know hundreds are going to rock out with BC Live, and I know the thousands of you guys are going to catch this afterwards as well that cannot tune in with BC Live on a Sunday morning with 45 minutes of notice. I totally understand. But to my unit that is going to catch this when we are not live in the future, you guys still have to smash that up. Help out that algorithm, show the love, and stay amplified. Before we start off, my channel members, my gold card unit, they get the utmost love and respect, so I got to give a shout out. I just saw in the chat, WWE AEW Marvel fan with a 4-month membership, bro. Much love to one of my tried and trues. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the support. Priest versus Bunny was supposed to main event, I have heard. They changed the Rhodes versus Lesnar, which was the mediocre finish of the match. Says so ugly as fuck. We're going to get to that, WWE AEW Marvel fan. We're going to get to the Bad Bunny Priest match, street fight. We're going to go over the actual main event. They called it a double main event. We know it was Cody versus Brock. And BC is going to unload when we get to that match. I assure you of that. To the super chats that came in, I'm going to get to you guys very soon as well. I appreciate the coffees. It's never needed, guys. Never needed. But damn, if you want to shoot the shit after the review, I'd love to do it. So thank you to the super chatters, man. But it's time to go into business, guys. Much love up in the chat, man. I see a lot of my tried and trues up in here, man. JR9 Gaming, my right-hand man, is up in here. That's good, because I might need to have a lot of questions. Maybe some shit I miss. James Shrimp Fajitas is up in here as well. War Dog, Eric Leno's up in here. G. Glover, Brian, Alicia, Gilly, King Wrestling's up in here. Eric Newton, Clutch City Fan. We got a lot of tried and trues, man. A lot of gold members, too. Let's rock this, man. I don't really have a cold open. That's it. Just saying what's up. Introduction to those that don't know how we do reviews on this channel. It's not like anything else you've seen before. It's not like Simon giving ups and downs. No offense to Simon. Do your thing. It's not like Denise Salcedo and Sean Ross Sapp. No offense to them. Do your thing. Kick ass. Wrestle Talk or any other wrestling show. My boy JD. No, it's nothing like any of that, man. This is going to be different, guys. We're really going to talk about the facts, not what we liked and didn't like. We're going to see if this show was good or not. Let's go right into the Raw Women's title match, man. This was match number 1 of the night. Bianca Belair versus Iyo Sky. Iyo Shirai is what BC still calls her. Oh, hold up. I got to give love to the channel members, guys. Script Keeper 1-month membership. I appreciate the support, dude. Script Keeper says, personally, I think they could have done without Matt Riddle. He looked like a little child fighting in his green underwear. His getup is so fucking bad, Script Keeper. I'll save that to when I get to that match, if you don't mind. I'm just going to go in order. But I could not agree with you more. Scooter McGhee is just not clicking for BC. I like serious Matt Riddle, not comedy Matt Riddle, but also his getup is getting weirder and weirder. The trunks are getting shorter and shorter and tighter, and he's fucking clean shaven from head to toe. The dude's, he's got all his nails painted. This dude is a weird cat. I'm going to tell you right now. Matthew Riddle, Scooter McGhee is a weird fucking cat, bro. Back to the women's title match. This is match number 1. Bianca Belair versus Iyo Sky. Crowd was electric throughout this match. I have to give a massive shout out to San Juan, Puerto Rico, that showed up and showed the fuck out. Because, wow, was that a fun crowd. I didn't know what to expect. I know that everybody I've met, either from Puerto Rico or just family or they tell me so many stories about how electric. But until you see that crowd, I got to give an applause, bro. They made the night more fun than it would have been. There was a lot of matches on this card, and I'm gonna take off the rose-colored glasses for a lot of individuals today. A lot of people that claim this premium live event was so good. When you're done with this review, you're gonna see much more clearer. I'm not gonna try to alter you into a different way of thinking. I'm gonna show you how a lot of these matches were no more than Raw and SmackDown matches. I'm gonna give you times of these matches and how they ended. And you guys are going to be boggled by this shit, man. But the crowd makes it so much more fun. And the truth, it starts from the jump, too. It helps when you have a really good opening match. That's why I still can't fathom Omos and Brock Lesnar like opening the match is what the big talk was for WrestleMania. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? How you figure that's going to open the match? Why would Brock Lesnar and Omas electrify a WrestleMania crowd? How you start a night means everything. So they start with Bianca and Iyo. Now, the first match of the night should get plenty of time. That's what this one got, man. From start to finish, this was just over 20 minutes in length. A 20-minute female match. There you go. There you go, man. Now I'm sure everybody will fucking start yelling to the rooftop. This was HHH. This was Pinocchio, Schnoz McGhee. See, that seemed like a Triple H women's match. Then show the same energy from Munchkin is getting beat by Candice LeRae, or Munchkin and Candice LeRae are in a 2-minute match with fucking Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler that nobody's going to remember or go back and watch again. Keep that same energy, man. I don't know how we're going to cherry pick. So please, don't everything good, Triple H, everything bad, Vince McMahon. That doesn't work on this channel. They're both going to be held responsible when things are good and when things suck. Please just hold them both accountable, because that means one of them isn't standing up to the other anyway, and they're just enabling and ass-kissing. So you're telling me that H got his way with the opening match, and then a lot of the other matches, Vince overrode him. Then you know what? Find your balls in Stephanie's purse, attach them, and stand up to them. If you love Paul Levesque, Triple H, that's fine. But please stop hanging on his fucking balls. This was a good match. Nothing more, nothing less. Bianca and Iyo. You know how I know? I've seen this before. In NXT. I've seen this match. So I knew they were going to deliver. You know, I love how Michael Cole, at the end of this match, Michael Cole says, the crowd is electric because they knew this is the Iyo they've been waiting to see. You think she's just been laying dormant, forgetting how to wrestle until last night, Michael Cole? It's because the fucking powers that be never gave her the opportunity on the main roster. She was never given that. It doesn't matter if Vincent Kennedy was solely in charge or HHH was half in charge. Iyo was not given the time of day, no matter who the fuck was running the ship. So last night, she finally gets a chance to wrestle, and Michael Cole's like, this is the Iyo that we all knew was in there. Well, thanks for letting her out for a night. Do you know what's going to happen, guys? She's going right back, not just to the beginning of the line. She's going to have to try to find where the line even starts. We saw this with Kana Asuka at WrestleMania. She got defeated by Belair. They have no plans for Asuka. Nothing. She's been gone for over a month. You have not seen her. She gets drafted over to the Blue Brand, where the champion Bianca is residing, and Charlie Flair is coming back. Charlie Flair is obviously getting the title back. So this was a good little, hey, good job, girl. Good job, Iyo. Now go back to where your place is at the beginning of the line. Maybe one day in the future, you'll get another title opportunity just to put over the title holder. Trust me, guys, the match was good. I'm not saying that it wasn't. This was a good, fun match. Anybody who knows how to critique pro wrestling would tell you that's going to happen if you give them 15 to 16 minutes tops. They got just over 21 and blew it out the water. Good job. I was hoping they were going to do a total Iyo out of nowhere victory, man. Shock the world. You fucked up with Kana Asuka, but Iyo shocks the world. But Friday night when Bianca said, I'm one victory away from being the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion, I knew right there was no surprise, and they just ruined the finish of the match. I knew right there Bianca was winning because WWE is doing this new thing where they're trying to set new records for all the titles. They even want Hulk Hogan out of the third spot for longest world title reign. Universal, World, they don't care. They know that that's the heavyweight title, and they want Hulk Hogan booted from the third spot, which is 1,474 days. That's why Roman Reigns is holding the title way past 2023 and into 2024 until he hits 1,474. And Hulk Hogan will be booted. They're going to do the Bianca Belair after last night. She's the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion. This is what they're doing now, guys. So right when they said that on a Friday, they ruined the end of the match. We knew Iyo was going to lose this. Sure enough, Iyo loses. Bianca is... The match was really good. Let me start with that. Match really good. Finish? The finish was beyond sloppy. Bayley and Dakota hit ringside. Bianca tries throwing Bayley out of the ring, but it just doesn't work. Bayley gets caught up in the ropes. So Bianca just starts to patty shove her. Just get out. Come on, man, get out. And Bayley's hold on, man, I gotta stay in. I don't know what Bayley was thinking. Bayley was not even trying to get out. So then Bianca's just doggy paddling her. And then Bianca finally goes back to Iyo, where Iyo drops her and Iyo sets up for the over the moonsault. Now, Bayley then goes around, grabs the braid of Bianca, holds the braid down so Bianca's held in place for the over the moonsault. Because it's not like Bianca can't move her fucking legs. What the fuck is holding the braid down gonna do? She has legs and hips. Last I checked, she was wrestling with legs. She didn't come down to the ring with her new theme song, I have no legs, I have no legs, I have no legs, no legs, no legs. I have no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs. I do not have legs, I do not have legs, I don't have legs, no legs. And then the crowd, because we love to sing along these days, we're like Disney on Ice. So we'll all start singing, right? No legs, 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 no legs. She's got legs. What the fuck is holding the braid down gonna do? Was nobody else looking at that going, that's goofy? Maybe Iyo's over there holding down I don't fucking know. Something. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. So anyway, the ref then catches Bayley, right? This is the moment where Bianca's supposed to jump up superhuman and take out Iyo. The problem is the ref is just pointing at Bayley. I see you. He doesn't even go over there or anything. The ref is just you little sneaky one, you. I see you holding her hair down. I'm gonna noogie you when we get to the back. The ref is just pointing at her. You little, stop it right now. And all of a sudden, Bayley lets go, and Bianca jumps up. The moonsault hits, KOD's hit, and Bianca retains the fucking title. It was a beyond sloppy finish to a really good match, I felt. It was actually an ugly finish, I feel. But, I'm high on Bianca. The match was so fucking good. The finish, not so good. But congrats to Bianca. You'd like to think this is just the beginning of something special for Iyo, but with this company, common sense is not so common. So I don't know if they're really going to do something with Iyo from here on out or not. We would like to think, BC, this was her calling card. Now they're going to see what she holds and possesses talent-wise, BC. This is going to be the beginning of something beautiful, BC. Bullshit. This is just what WWE wants. Go out there, make everybody ooh-ah, put the champ over, and then we're going to put you at the beginning of the line, and maybe one day in the future we'll come back to you. That's all it is, guys. Literally. That's all it is. But here's the deal, right? Because we're going to be as honest, as consistent as possible. And by the way, 200. This is on 45 minutes of notice. Early morning hours to early afternoon hours. And you guys just went over 200 on the ups. We're just covering the first match right now. So fuck it. Let's stay amplified. Let's go to 300 on those ups because there's no reason not to. Show everybody we the ones, the rest of the far distant twos. Appreciate it, guys. So what we're going to do is the ending was ugly to BC. It just was. Go back and watch for yourself. You'll see what I mean. The crowd was so hot and electric that you probably don't realize it, and I understand. If this is somebody else's review show, we're just talking about what we liked and didn't like, but we have to tell the audience the truth, right? We have to speak the truth and drop facts. So we have to discuss it, if it was good or bad. The finish was ugly. The match was really good. I think, or bad at the bare minimum bad. Bare minimum bad. I don't know. Yeah, well, the finish was ugly to BC, man. It just was. I can't... Guys, my standards are up here. There's nothing I can do about that. I feel like the good outweighed the bad because the match was so good. So, I am leaning toward, I told you, I'm the harshest critic you're going to find in this community. And I don't apologize for that because that's the only way we're going to talk truth with one another. Guys, I'm leaning good column here. What do you guys feel about good column, even though that was a sloppy ending? And if you don't mind, too, man, I want to see what you guys thought, period. Should Belair versus Iyo go into the good column? I'm going to ask you guys a poll in the chat, if you don't mind. It's going to be up there in the next 10 seconds. Should Belair versus Iyo go into the good column? In the next 10 seconds, I need at least 100 of you guys to participate. And whatever it's not going to be ugly, guys. This match goes nowhere near the ugly. The only thing ugly was that finish to BC, but I know a lot of you guys might look at that as just a bad finish. And I think the good far outweighs the bad because the match was pretty fucking good. It sucks that Iyo lost. But Belair's ride was not going to drop in Puerto Rico on a Saturday night's Backlash. So I was not surprised that Iyo did not win. Big Nang with that 4-month membership. Appreciate it, dude. Big Nang celebrating 4 months of a channel membership. Totally appreciate you, man. We already, guys, in just 12 seconds, we had over 100 votes. Over 150 currently. 88% say match number 1 should go into the good column. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that go to about $1.75 because this looks like a landslide into the good column, guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the poll right there at 180 plus votes, 89. It just keeps going up. You know what? Let me go to 200 then. I'm going to go to 200 votes to see if this yes actually goes into the 90 percentile. Match number 1 is currently at 89% of you guys are saying yes. We just went over 190 votes. I'm just going to let this go a few more seconds to 200. We have just hit 200 votes. It is stuck on 89%. So that is where we'll end the vote. The results will be up in your guys' chat in the next 15 seconds. 88 is what it went down to. 88% say yes, 11% no. So guys, match number 1, Bianca Belair versus Iyo Sky. Bianca retains, defeats, pins Iyo 1, 2, 3 on what BC thought was a pretty sloppy finish, to be honest with you. But the match was damn good enough to get into that good column. So we are off in the right direction. I wish I could tell you it's going to stay that way. But at least for now, match number 1, we go into the good column. Bianca and Iyo. Hey, by hook or crook, however you get there, man. Congratulations to Iyo and Bianca. You have just went into the good column. Congratulations. Let me give a proper extra Dunkin' Donut coffee salute. Iyo, Bianca, unit. Salute to you guys for helping make that tally possible. Now, unit, that was the easy one. Now I'm going to put every single one of you to work because I'm going to poll you on this next match soon. Seth Rollins versus Omas. Match number 2. Crowd is doing that stupid ass. Walking Dead zombies. If this was about 10 seconds, I wouldn't mind, guys. I really wouldn't. The fact that we do this for 12 minutes in a row in some of these cities, it is mind-numbingly nauseous at this point. I don't know what it is. I don't mind the Cody Rhodes. Ow! I don't mind the Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't mind that. Right? Glorious! I don't mind that. Maybe I wouldn't even mind the Seth Rollins thing if it was just a little bit. The fact that we do this like mindless zombies for fucking minutes. I don't know what it is, guys. I'm tweaking out on the shit. I'm really like muting the TV. I'm getting like a nauseous feeling in my gut. I like Seth Rollins. I can't stand this fucking song. I can't stand the fucking song. I don't know any other way to say it. I don't know any other way to say it. How else do I say it? I hate it. I hate it with a passion. It should get an ugly. But I know everybody loves it. But honestly, I love it. I love singing along. It's like Disney on Ice. It's like American Idol. But we all get to participate. I am so nauseous by this fucking song. So here comes Rollins and his fucking serenation. Everybody all of a sudden is a fucking American Idol contestant. And we're all fucking leading an orchestra. And we're just fucking doing it for minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in life? So, Omos, I can't believe I was thanking Omos last night. I never thought this was going to happen. BC thanked Omos because Omos, out of nowhere, literally boots this dude in his dome piece during the Disney on Ice sing-along. So Rollins is conducting Puerto Rico, and Omos is like, enough. Boom! Punts the dude's dome piece off. I thought it was great. I really thought it was. I was like, thank you. I can't believe I am thanking Omos for shutting up the fucking band, the choir. Omos boots this dude. First time BC ever thanked Omos, probably going to be the last. Shut that shit up with the quickness, and that's what happened. This match was 10 minutes-ish, give or take, or minute maybe. Maybe. 10 fucking minutes of Omos and Rollins. Michael Cole says, and I quote, at the finish of this match, he says, and I quote, this was a great matchup. This was a great have we lowered our standards to the point where that's fucking great? BC, you're taking it too serious. I think Michael was he's the broadcaster, man. But when a match is really great, you can't use that now. Like, if you're gonna get Logan Paul and Roman Reigns from Saudi Arabia, right? That was actually a great match. I know it's involving Logan Paul, but it was, right? Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, great. Maybe you guys have a lot of matches at the top of your head in the chat right now. You guys have a match that you could just spit out that was great. Like, it puts Meltzy Boy's five-star system to shame. Because you don't need stars. You just know it was captivating. It was great. But what happens, man? You can't say that Omos versus Seth Rollins was great. It was beyond forgettable. Beyond. Great, not so much. It was a match. It was a weird match. We still don't know why this match was on this card. We still don't know why the main event Brock versus Cody was on the card. But this was just a weird match. Rollins defeats Omos with a super stomp from the ropes. Okay, is that what everybody's getting a nut off about? He jumped off the ropes and delivered a stomp. I've seen it before. This isn't like hitting the lottery twice and you're gonna jizz all over the fucking store. He did a stomp from the ropes. And Omos is in fucking Looney Tune world. He's out for the next 16 minutes. Rollins collects the W. Now, trust me, I'm glad they went that way. There was serious discussion that they were going to catapult Omos over Rollins to get him over Money in the Bank. Now, don't think that his Money in the Bank quest is over just yet, guys. This company does 50-50 booking better than anybody else, and that's not a good thing. So don't think that Omos just lost to Rollins and that's it. He's just going to be fucking reduced to get the fuck away status. No. Don't be surprised if this dude is hoisting up the Money in the Bank briefcase in a month or two, or whatever the fuck it is, July, June. Don't be surprised. So I'm glad that Rollins won this match. But this match was just announced out of nowhere 2 weeks ago on a SmackDown. No reason. No build to it. And then they just had a 10-minute fucking match that ended with a fucking simplistic pinfall. I don't know what the fuck people are praising here. This is a premium live event. I know it's not a $60 pay-per-view, the most of you guys now. It's $10 or whatever the fuck the Peacock is. However much you're paying for fucking cock these days, the Peacock is about $10 fucking dollars. You still gotta pay for that every month. You're paying to see Seth Rollins and Omas? You're paying to see Seth Rollins and Omas? Seriously? BC, it's a filler match, no harm, no foul. Pay-per-views need a little bit of filler. You put some effort into it. Back in the day, filler matches had some substance to it. It didn't matter if it was fucking Skinner. You guys remember Skinner versus fucking Tito Santana? I don't give a fuck if it was Texas Tornado versus the Mountie. These names may seem ancient to you guys, by the way, but that's BC's childhood. Earthquake versus Crush. It didn't matter. There was still some substance to the filler matches. There was no substance to this shit. One night, 2 weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago, Michael Cole's like, Rollins versus Omas at the premium live event. Okay, cool. I'm telling you right the fuck now. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be really generous, and this is going to be the first time in this review and the only time. I'm going to be generous. If it was up to me because of that stupid fucking song and the booking of this match was stupid, there was no fucking real build or any interesting story, the match was simplistic and stupid, nothing I couldn't have seen on Monday Night Raw in 2 minutes, I would give this a fucking ugly. But I'm going to be fucking generous because everybody is swinging on Rollins' balls because of the sing-along these days. I get it. Everybody's claiming he needs to be world champion right now and jump everybody else because he's earned it. He's put everybody over, not even thinking that it doesn't make sense. Cody Rhodes beat him 3 times, but he's going to get a world title before Cody. Okay, makes sense. But that's what we do. We just go on to the flavor of the month or the flavor of the fucking time. The time frame that we are in. Everybody knows Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Everybody knows Seth Rollins has earned many titles in the company. That doesn't mean you throw them on him. The guy was completely lost before the OO song. You guys know that. He got the fucking sing-along, and all of a sudden people are claiming he's super over. When the song stops, it's the same reaction for Sethington. And I like Sethington. I want the best for him. But anointing a title on him, how is that going to be any different? I'm asking, guys. I'm asking. For those that go, I disagree, BC. I disagree, BC. How is this going to be different than when he held the U.S. title last year and they were trying to make that the world title because Roman didn't want to show up to work? That's what happened, guys. Sethington was beating Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, the whole summer and fall of 2022. And he had the U.S. title. And nobody gave a fuck. How is this title going to be different? Because it's a step up, title-wise, supposedly. I still look at it as a participation trophy because it was created because they know Roman's going after Hogan's 1474 record. But that's what nobody's thinking about. We're sentimental in the moment, right? Oh, Seth seems like the right guy right now. I'm looking a mile ahead of everybody else because I know this company does not book properly and doesn't know what to do. 2 steps in front of them, let alone a mile. So BC has to be a mile ahead of everybody else because I see the train wreck happen before the train even derails off the track. So Seth gets a title in what? Is he mysterious? out of nowhere, Expecto Petroleum weighs your fucking Chris Jericho wand, pulls some wizardry out of your ass, and Rollins is going to get better booking all of a sudden? Guys, I'm not going to put Omos and Sethington into the ugly column because I know that's probably just my own fucking nauseousness with the song and the match in general. But I'm going to let you guys decide. I'm giving this to you guys. I'm giving you guys all the fucking responsibility in the world. Should Omos versus Sethington go into the bad column? If you think Sethington and Omos should go bad, put yes. If you think it should go into the good column, go ahead and press no. Should Omos versus Sethington go into the bad column? That question will go up into your chat in the next 10 seconds. I need at least 100 of you guys to participate. You guys are going to decide. Omos versus Sethington. Now, mind you, how we're critiquing this isn't if you liked it or not. Guys, this is not a review show where you're telling me what you liked and what you didn't like. This is going over what was good, bad, and ugly. What worked, what didn't. What's going to help individuals, what's not. What was good and what was not. It's not what you liked. So I need to know, was Seth Rollins and Omos pay-per-view worthy? Was it premium live event worthy? Was there a reason for this match? Was there a fun story in the weeks leading up to it? Did the match deliver? Is the trajectory of both even better than when you went into the match? This is the criteria when we go over these matches. That's why my amplified unit has a tall task. That's why my unit is put to work. Let me go see where you guys are at. We're already, guys, I just put this up 20 seconds ago. We are 200 votes deep. 68% say that Omos versus Sethington Rollins should go into the bad column because there was no reason for the match in the first place. There was no build to this match going into Backlash, and the match did not deliver. And there's no better trajectory for both coming out of the pay-per-view. I agree with that 68%. To the 31% that say no, much love and respect to you guys too, man. I totally appreciate you guys helping out with the poll. You guys, every single one of you, there's no right or wrong here. It's what you guys feel. If you think this match had a purpose when it was announced, if you think there was a good story being told, if you think this match over-delivered or even delivered, and if you think that coming out of Backlash, Sethington and Omos are going to be even better and bigger because of that match, I say no on all of those questions. I say this match, bare minimum, goes into the bad. If this was just BC's call, I'm putting this match into the ugly column. And it's not even Sethington or Omos' fault majority-wise. It's Vincent Kennedy and Pinocchio Schnoz McGhee, Triple H, Paul Levesque, and Suits and Ties. Guys, we're way over 200. I'm going to stop that poll right there. 68% indeed say that Sethington versus Omos should go into the bad column. The results will be in your chat in the next 15 seconds. So that good, I'm just replacing that, guys. That good was already there from Bianca and Iyo in the match number 1. Now match number 2 goes into the bad column. Sethington versus Omos. My unit has spoken. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. We came together and we really knocked that out of the park. So, much love and appreciation to everybody that participated in that, guys. So, after the first 2 matches, this was a 7-match card, 3 of them title matches. After the first 2, currently on this Good, the Bad, and the Ugly review, we are at 1-1. Match number 3. Let's see what this is, guys. Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. Here we go. I got to get a swig of coffee for this shit. It's the U.S. title match, triple threat. Again, smash that up on the way in, guys. We're actually just about to hit 300 live. I can't tell you how awesome that is because I gave you guys 45 minutes of notice on a Sunday morning. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, wherever you are right now. So to be at 300 and we're just going into the third match, you guys are fucking phenomenal. I appreciate that. Let's rock. This is the U.S. triple threat match, man. U.S. title, Bobby Lashley, challenger, versus Bronson Reed, challenger, versus champion Austin Theory. 3 dudes. Now, Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory have been wrestling each other, fighting each other on and off since, what was it, JR9 Gaming? Was it June or July of last year? And they've had about 100 matches against one another. And Bobby and Austin have been in triple threats with Sethington Rollins. So this is just doing the same shit deep into 2023. It's absolutely pointless to me. July of 22. Thank you, guys. JR9, WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, and others. I appreciate that. So they've been wrestling each other nonstop. And here we are in 2023, premium live event. And there's Bobby going for the fucking U.S. title again. It is criminal that you have nothing for Bobby Lashley. And that for a fucking year straight almost. In a couple of months, it will be a full year that Bobby has been doing something stupid and silly with fucking Austin Theory. This match was less than 10 minutes. Bronson, Bobby, champion Austin. 3 dudes, less than 10 minutes long. Theory was a human botch fest machine in this match. At one point, somersaulting into the referee. Do you guys see the spot where Bronson and Lashley are in the ring? Austin is about to do his thing where he what is it? He's outside and he somersaults through the middle of the rope and he jumps up and delivers a DDT or something, whatever it is. Guys, he doesn't even look. He somersaults into the referee. And then he shoves him and then he still continues to try to do the somersault. I don't know what he was doing. Slingshot dropkick. JR9 Gaming, I appreciate that. Slingshot dropkick. You got to go back and watch this. I don't know what the fuck this guy was doing. What are you going to slingshot dropkick the referee? That would have been funny. I would have been given a great for that shit. I don't know what Austin Theory was doing here. Austin Theory was just all over the place. Bronson misses a moonsault and Lashley capitalizes with a spear. Then we do the redundant, well overplayed spot where Theory, because Lashley just speared Bronson, Theory then takes out Lashley and throws him out, and he makes the cover that Lashley already laid down for him. Lashley does the spear, but then gets thrown out, and then Theory jumps on top of Bronson. 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory wins and retains his championship. How many times do we see that finish, guys? Puerto Rico is on fire. Well, a little bit anyway. I mean, that was one of the duller matches because Austin Theory was in it. I'm not throwing shade. I mean, that's just, you go back and watch. That was one of the duller matches because it was a Theory match. Theory just doesn't get the type of heat that a Dominic Mysterio is fucking with right now. Dominic Mysterio should have that fucking title and rock out these towns. They have tried and tried and tried with Austin Theory, and it has failed and failed and failed. Do you guys know they're still piping in booze? When John Cena brought that up in a promo, I thought they were going to have to stop. Nope, they're still piping it in. He's spending 10 minutes trying to get crowds to hate him. Meanwhile, Dominic is just stepping into the ring, and the crowds won't even let him speak. That's genuine heel heat. If you need to spend 10 minutes trying to get the crowd to hate you and they still don't, that's a problem. That's a big problem. But how many times have we seen this type of finish in a triple threat? That's the best they have for another Bobby versus Theory match. See, if this is just a simpleton, numbnuts, right? Who forgot all of the Lashley and Theory matches in the past, the triple threats, the fatal fours, the one-on-ones. Maybe they're just eating all the bullshit stew that Vince McMahon and Pinocchio, Schnoz McGhee, HHH is feeding them, right? Please, sir, can I have some more with the wooden bowl and wooden spoon? Straight Oliver Twist. Maybe they're accepting everything. The WWE tribalist flag is deeply rooted in their lawn, and they're going to accept anything that Vince McMahon and Paul Levesque give to them. But BC does not forget all of those matches. BC does not forget how those matches ended. It's this type of shit. How is that fun in 2023 Puerto Rico Backlash Premium Live event? Here's $10. Entertain BC. Entertain JR9 Gaming. Entertain James Shrimp Fajitas and James Miller and Cassandra Love and Eric Leno. Entertain Renee G. Entertain Bad Big Dog 95 and Johnny Thunder. Entertain Kaya and Eddie Brash. Entertain my unit. No, they don't entertain. They're like, hey, what if Lashley spears Bronson and then you just throw Lashley out like he's trash and we'll act like Lashley's knocked out for like 10 seconds and you just cover Bronson. Oh, I like it. I love that. I think that's worth paying $10 for. I like it. Paul Levesque, what do you think, man? I don't know what's happening anymore. Yes, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm trying to get my nose out of Vince's ass just a little so I can eat some kibble, right? Stephanie just laid down some kibble and she said if I behave, I can have my balls for an hour later tonight. I can't deal with this right now. Daddy-in-law, what do you think about this triple threat finish? Oh, I love it. It's the same thing we always do. You doofus son-in-law. Grab your balls and just say, I like it. I didn't know if you wanted me to say that. Shut up, doofus son-in-law. Oh, you're such a doofus. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, daddy-in-law. My tribal chairman, I'm so sorry. That's it. Who the fuck else is making this call? And you expect me not to blame Paul Levesque? He calls himself the Chief Content Creative Officer. What do you mean you're an officer? If you're an officer, arrest anybody else above you that's making this decision. If there's a real officer in the building, they should take away your creative rights. You can't call yourself Chief Content Creative Officer and then blame everything on Vince. No, it no longer works. I'm fucking done with it. This triple threat. No. If you think I'm going to be polite and I'm going to let them off the hook, basically, I think we should let it slide. No. The way they've treated Bobby Lashley since he's been back has been criminal. And when they had the Hurt Business, they were on to something, and it started to get over. And do you know what happens when things get over? Kennedy McMahon said, stop it now. Inject a lethal dose of poison into the Hurt Business. And that's what they did. They broke them up for no fucking reason too soon. And now everybody goes, well, we can reignite them and have them fresh. No, it's not going to work, guys. The Hurt Business will never be what they were. They destroyed that. And then Bobby ever since, and even before the Hurt Business, had nothing. Now, you may not like Bobby Lashley. That's fine. This isn't telling you to be a fan or not. You may despise him. But to say he doesn't deserve better than that, man. They have nothing. They just throw him in the triple threats. And then Austin just throws him out like trash. And Lashley's just knocked out for the finish. Stop. I'm not doing this, guys. I'm not doing this. You can get that from any other reviewer in the world. On this platform, there's 100 other podcasters and content creators. Das Boot! Go watch them! I'm not going to bullshit you on this channel. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. This is my hobby. It's not a full-time job. It's not even a job. I started this as a hobby. Here we are over 5 years later, and it's still my hobby. I love doing this. The fact that it's become successful is thanks to you guys and all of us staying amplified. I don't have to, right? If this was like a job, okay, now I have to like watch my fan base and watch what I say because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or piss off people. No, this is my hobby. I can say and do what I want. I don't have to worry about any fucking pissing off or saying the wrong thing because Vince's feelings might get hurt or a talent. No, the truth needs to be told so everything can get better. Can we all agree on that? Can I get some fact bombs in the chat, please? Can we all agree that when you tell the fucking truth, that's the only time that things will get better? When we lie to what we love, it'll never grow and prosper. Thank you, WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, Ray Hunt, Script Keeper, James Shrimp Fajitas, WWE. I appreciate that. James Miller, Anthony Boley. I appreciate that. Eric Leno, Santivia Major, Crazy Country Boy, Eric Newton, Johnny Thunder, Clutch City, Pile Driver, Finisher, Kaya, DC Lanier, Malachi Ward, Notorious Nikki Smith, Muhammad Isa, Marie Applewhite, Courtney Ward, Eddie Brash, Chaos, Rachel Rocca, Wisdom of Charlie Grin, John Beal, Courtney, I appreciate that, man. That's the only time. That's why I don't sugarcoat on this channel. And people can call me an asshole. They can say I'm too negative. They can say I never like anything. Bullshit. You've never been a Knicks fan for 20 years. I've been a Knicks fan my entire life. And for the last 20 years, we couldn't barely make the playoffs. I think we did once 10 years ago. 20 years we have sucked. And I show up to Madison Square Garden, and I show up, I give them the fucking money, and when we're winning, I celebrate with them. And when we're losing, what do you do as fans? You tell management why we suck. And you hope that management listens. And this year, we're actually in the second round of the playoffs. It only took 20 years of bitching and complaining and moaning. But we didn't stop watching. I'm not just going to stop watching something I love. I'm going to help it. And we only help when we tell the fucking truth. You have no idea what it's like to be a Knicks fan. 20 years showing up to the Garden and screaming at the top of your lungs with thousands of others of why your team sucks, but we never gave up. And here we are in the playoffs, second round, finally. No, I'm not going to give up on WWE. I love this shit. But fuck, man. It's not about what we like and don't like. This company is ass backwards and makes stupid decisions to the point where one of the best female wrestlers in the world, like Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, Mercedes Venando, has to leave because she was lied to repetitively. And one of the best wrestlers in the world, who's a common denominator for everybody's best match, basically. Sasha gives everybody their best match on like a broken record, I always say this. And she feels like she has to walk away. And Naomi, who's been there for 10 years, Trinity Fatu, has to walk away. Because for 10 years, she's been there longer than Charlie. She's gotten 2 titles, while Charlie Flair got 14. And when she comes back, she's getting 15. Ever so closer to her father's fucking title reign of 16 championships. And Naomi can only fuck around with 2? You're telling me Charlie Flair is that much better than Naomi? BC doesn't even have Charlie as better than Naomi. No, that's what happens. You have somebody really phenomenal like Xia Li. Do you know where she is? Nobody does! Put her on a fucking milk carton. You still ain't gonna find Xia Li. Anybody seen Asuka since she's lost at Mania? No, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing with her. They just wanted her to lose that match and said, go home, we'll call you when we have something for you. Damage Control should have been something epic. Was it? Nope. The second they debuted was the exact same second their downfall occurred. Anyway, did I even put that was my rant. I had to let that off my that was my rant on this triple threat fucking match because the booking of it was stupid. The match concept was stupid. Nothing in this match made sense. The finish made everybody look like a fucking geek. Lashley just gets thrown out after he spears Bronson? How does that make Bobby Lashley look going forward? Bronson takes a miserable L. How the fuck is that how your big boy is going to lose an L to drop a match like that? What the fuck? The guy was like a toy. Bobby takes him out, then Austin just covers him. Like fucking whipped cream on a sundae. Stay down, okay? I'm going to lay on you. And Bronson's like, that's okay. I'm going to take a nap. JR9 Gaming. Can you believe how Bronson was pinned last night? We can't do any better? Bullshit, man. That wasn't a bad fucking match or a bad finish. That was straight up fucking ugly. So, in telling the truth, which is what this channel's mission statement is, that unfortunately, match number 3, triple threat U.S. title match, Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed, that will go into the ugly column. So there we are. We are 3 matches into this beast of Backlash. 3 matches in, every single column now has a tally, right? We have, let me square this up if you don't mind too, man. Hold on. Square that up a little bit, man. Square that up. There you go. There you go. All right, there you go. BC had to square that up a little bit, guys. That was bothering me. There you go. All right. Appreciate it. So 3 matches in, we have 1 in each column. 1 good, which was the first match. Second match, Sethington and Omas, because of the booking of it, the lack of story and build toward it, and the fucking just match itself. It was just a bad. Match number 3, the triple threat. Everything involved with this match is an ugly. And this sucks because you guys remember that every single ugly is going to turn into 2 bads at the finish of this review. So unfortunately, what just happened? What just happened is you now have basically a 3-1 tally. 3 in the bad, 1 good, because that ugly will turn into 2 bad. So match number 4 really has to deliver. I don't know what it is. I'm going to flip the page, and we're going to find out. I literally am going to flip a page here. So hopefully match 4 is going to deliver here, man. Get us back on track. Oh, no, man. Fuck. This one's rough. Match number 4 was the SmackDown Women's title match. I thought this was honestly going to be a big breakout performance for Zelina Vega, especially in Puerto Rico. She was in tears before the match. The crowd was electric for her. I thought this was going to be one of those memorable Zelina matches you'll never forget. And maybe because of the reaction and the tears, you won't. But match time, 5 minutes. This was just a notch over a squash match for Rhea Ripley. I understand making Rhea Ripley look dominant. I do. I understand Zelina Vega was never going to win that match. I understand. I totally understand. But Zelina Vega can actually go in that ring, guys. And this was her moment, man. This was a title match. Take Rhea to her limit and showcase Zelina to anybody that didn't know how good she actually is, guys. This was her time, a title match in Puerto Rico. And they're like, we can give you 5 minutes. Wait, that's what you give me on Raw sometimes when you're not giving me 3 minutes. Paul Levesque is like, well, exactly. See? So you're actually getting a little more than Raw. Guys, 5 minutes. There's nothing to even... What do you even critique? What is even in my notes? I don't even know what the fuck did I even put. Vega was in tears before the match, wrestling a title match in Puerto Rico in front of her family and in honor of her father, who passed away in the September 11th attacks. So that was so cool to see that emotion and her family supporting her. BC's favorite referee was in the business today was actually officiating this thing. Jessica Carr was the Law and Order. And even with a crowd favorite like Zelina, the crowd for the first time in the night was fairly quiet for the first half of this match. First half meaning 2.5 minutes, by the way, because that was a whole half of the match. But for the first half, the crowd was one of the biggest quiet moments of the night for that crowd. And I think they only had 2 quiet moments. The only other one was the Austin Theory triple threat. That is what will happen. That was not Zelina and Rhea's fault. That is what an Austin Theory match in victory will do to even the hottest of crowds. After Theory won that match, the air got sucked out of San Juan for the moment. And not even an emotional moment with Zelina once the bell rang could save that. So for the first half of this match, which was only 2.5 minutes, that crowd was on their asses silent. And I immediately said, that's not Zelina and that's not Rhea. That's what Austin Theory's victory did. Too funny. So, it was a 619 by Zelina would bring them back to life, but only for a moment, because seconds later, Rhea delivered a riptide and defeated Vega 1-2-3 in just 5 minutes. I actually said many times on my previous Amped Up podcast earlier in the week, I recently said that even in defeat, Vega was going to have a breakout performance. Sometimes you find victory in defeat. That wasn't it. They didn't even give her a chance, guys. It was literally one notch up from a straight squash match. From day one when they knew Zelina was going to go have this match, maybe that was when it was decided that this was going to be a 5-minute squash. Because it was just one notch above a squash. Zelina got some good moves in. Never was she a threat to win this title in those 5 minutes. So, guys, now I'm in a... It's definitely not going into the ugly column because it was that feel-good moment. And Zelina just looked phenomenal. And it was just one of those wrestling moments before the bell rang. That was special. But the match, wow. A notch up from a squash for Zelina when she should have been dealt a better hand than that. I don't know, bro. Gilly, there's no question it was bad all around. But I think I'm going to put the work on you guys, man. I'm letting you guys take the heat on this, and I'm going to weigh in at the end, but I'm going to poll you guys if you don't mind. I don't know if this match should go into the good or bad. I'm going to let you guys decide this, because this was a 5-minute squash match, basically. It's not squash in the traditional sense. It was a notch up. But, I mean, this was a regular Raw SmackDown 5-minute match just to do the champ the deed. Right? Do the deed for the champ. And that I thought we were going to give Zelina better than that. I'm going to put this post up, guys, this poll question. If you guys can answer it. You guys are going to fucking dictate this right now. Does Zelina versus Rhea title match go into the good column? All right, so the question reads as this. It'll be in your chat in the next 15 seconds. I need at least 100 of you guys to participate in this question in the poll, please, in the chat. Does Zelina versus Rhea title match? If I could spell, that'd be great. Okay, does Zelina versus Rhea's title match go into the good column? That'll be up in your chat in about 5 seconds. I need at least 100 of you guys to participate. You've been rocking it lately. Over 200 have been voting in the past couple of matches. Over 350 on the ups. Guys, this is fucking awesome. On 45 minutes of notice, in the middle of the morning on a Sunday or afternoon, depending on where you are. And we're about to go to 400 live on the ups. You guys are setting up the post crowd. The thousands that are going to catch this when we're not live. You're going to throw them a lobby. They're only going to have to hit like 600 or 700. Appreciate that, guys. All right, up in the chat, just click on that blue box and make sure you guys vote. We already have almost 200 votes. 40% say Zelina and Rhea should go into the good column. 60% say no. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that think this match should go into the good column is probably for the sentimental moment of Zelina. Trust me, not many respect Zelina more than BC. She's 411 of heaven for many reasons. But this match was just ugly. I mean, you only gave her 5 minutes. I mean, the world needed to see why they should be invested in Zelina going forward, because she's actually really good. This wasn't it. And they botched an opportunity in Puerto Rico in a title match for a 5-minute basic squash. One riptide, Zelina's looking up the lights for fucking 36 seconds. So maybe a lot of those yeses is about the sentimental moment because the match was just not good. 200, guys. I'm going to let this go a little bit more. We're like 20 away from 400 on the ups. I'm going to love seeing that live if you don't mind. So if you did not hit those ups, I want to see 400 smashed out sooner rather than later. I'm going to give it a few more seconds. I'm going to end this poll because it looks like we're not going to get any closer than about 50 some odd to 41. All right, I'm going to close this. This poll is going to be closed in 10, 9, 8, 7. Get your votes in. 6, 5, 4. Get your votes in. 3. Make your voice heard. 3, 2, 1. The poll is closed. Let's see the results. The results say in your chat, Zelina and Rhea should not go into the good column. 59% of 40. That's actually the closest poll we've had this morning. That's the closest poll we've had in this review show thus far. Over 200 votes, all in less than 4 minutes. And you guys have spoken loudly. For everybody that voted yes, by the way, even if you didn't vote no, I appreciate it, man. There's no right or wrong up front. That's why we're doing a poll, so your guys' voices can be heard on this. So no matter if you won the poll or not, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you guys participating. That's the only way we can come to these conclusions. So much love to Zelina and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's going to be fine. I mean, she's champion and she's fucking with some great momentum. Zelina Vega, I hope, is going to be fine, guys. I don't know if she's going to find a moment bigger than this. Title match, Puerto Rico. And she lost in 5 minutes via one rip. I just was... I don't usually have expectations with WWE because you will be let down. But wow, I was expecting way more to be given to her because she's earned it. I was expecting WWE to give her a chance to shine. When you look at Bianca Belair versus Iyo for over... What did they have, guys? Over 20 minutes, correct? Over 21 minutes. Over 21 minutes. And these two get 5? I understand not giving them 21. Zelina and Rhea won't be as good as Iyo and Bianca for 20 minutes. I get it. But can you give them 10, 12? Like, let the fans remember this match. So I don't disagree at all. I actually like the decision that was just made via the Amplified unit in that chat. I thank you guys very much, no matter which way you voted. I appreciate it. We're going to go bad column for match number 4. Now, here's the problem. It's a little bit of dangerous territory now because if you're just tuning in, guys, what we do here, okay, what we do is every ugly, when we do the final tally, is going to go into the bad column times 2. So we're going to cross off every ugly at the end of this review, and it's going to turn into 2 bads. Well, we already have an ugly, so that becomes 2 more bads at the end. So now you're technically at a 4-1. This is a really... Critique-wise, again, you guys probably are loving the premium live event right now because the crowd is hot for the majority. I get it, but this is not about what we like and don't like. This is about if this is actually good or bad for the company, for the talent, for the fans. Like what does this do going forward? Guys, nothing. If you take the hot crowd out of it, the first 4 matches, this is a glorified Raw or SmackDown. Tops. Bianca and Iyo in match 1 was the match of the night thus far. But it's nothing more that you would see at a main event, maybe on a Raw or SmackDown, or should anyway. Sethington versus Omas? Come on, guys. Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley and Bronson in a triple threat. We've seen that triple threat 100 times, just without Bronson with Sethington. That's not a paper... What are you talking about? And Zelina getting squashed in less than 5 minutes to Rhea Ripley? Nothing on this premium live event, if you're being truthful, is over the top or even that good. This is truthful, guys. Trust me, we enjoyed the show in a different aspect, right? BC was watching the crowd, and I was into it, and I was hoping for the best as the night went on. It's not like we were watching miserable, and we were throwing shit at the wall, and fucking about to go to the local Starbucks and powerbomb baristas through the table, and throwing a fit on the floor with the dogs. No. But if we're critiquing the show through 4 matches, that's a fair board. Am I a harsh critic? Yes. My standards are high. If you're going to say something is good, like actually good, it's got to be good. Bianca and Iyo was good. Sethington versus Omas? Not good. Theory, Bronson, and Bobby sucked. Ugly. Rhea squashing Zelina in her hometown in less than 5 minutes? Bad. Come on, guys. BC is not that much of an asshole when you break it down. Yes, I can be an asshole. There's no question. yes, I like to poke the bear and piss people off because it's fun, but at the root of it, I'm fair. I'm a fair asshole. I'm a fair, consistently firm asshole. I'm a fair ass. I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole. That's fine. But just know that I'm fair as fuck. You're not going to get a more truer review than this. I agree with the majority of the unit. Match number 4 is bad. It was one notch up from a straight squash match. Now, match number 5. Now, again, we're going to cross that ugly, and it's going to turn into 2 bads, which means technically it's 4-1. We have to get a great at some point, and I don't know if this card has it. We'll see when we go into match number 5. I don't know what that is. I'm going to look at the notes and see. But can something, if we get a great, for those of you that don't know, a great equals 2 goods. Just like an ugly is going to equal 2 bads. If something can get a great, that means 2 goods, which would mean then it becomes 4-3. So now 1 great could really get this back to almost even. Oh, actually, guys. Actually, match number 5 might do it. Let's talk about it. This is Bad Bunny versus Damien Priest in a San Juan street fight. Ah, man, they made this coffee. Number 5 on the day already. It's, yeah, well, early afternoon. 5th coffee for BC, man. We staying amped. So, Bad Bunny versus Damien Priest. San Juan street fight. I could not agree with Corey Graves enough, and I don't often say that. But I totally agree when Corey Graves said, and I quote, Corey Graves said, "This isn't some fly-by-night celebrity stopping by to promote something. This is Bad Bunny's dream, and he takes it seriously." Brian Robinson, first of all, man. Brian Robinson, 3-month gold membership. I appreciate you, Brian Robinson. Let me give a salute. Appreciate all my gold members, my channel members up in the chat, man. Brian Robinson, I appreciate 3 full months of supporting the channel on another level. Salute to Brian Robinson. Salute, brother. So I could not agree more, man. Bad Bunny, guys, respects this business so damn much. Bad Bunny puts this business on his fucking shoulders for the time that he is allotted. He really does. He doesn't need to be doing the things he did in that match last night. Far from needs to do that shit. He's getting hit with trash cans, taking kendo sticks. He took a Falcon arrow through a table in the crowd. So they're up on a platform. He gets I think it was a Falcon arrow. Somebody can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. He takes a Falcon arrow through the fucking table down below. This dude's doing crazy flippity doodahs off the top rope. Almost, he did land on his head at one point. This is a multi-millionaire. A big, big act in this world. And can you fucking believe the shit he was doing in there when he didn't need to? You can say all you want about Shane McMahon, but I love the fact that he doesn't need to do anything. And the guy's in his 50s, I think. Multi-millionaire. Didn't do it with just daddy's money, by the way. He started his own business. That's what I mean about finding your balls. When people say Triple H, what is he supposed to do, BC? He's not going to lose his job. His hands are tied. He does whatever Vince tells him to do. Guys, he's a multi-millionaire who has to stand up for himself at some point. If you work at McDonald's and every day you show up, your boss slaps you in the face, are you going to say, well, there's nothing I can do. My hands are tied. I need the money. No, you could live paycheck to paycheck, but you're still going to find a day where you're going to say enough. You have enough moral, you have enough self-respect, enough values to tell your boss where he can shove it, and then you literally put your boot up your boss's ass. Maybe you snap his fucking neck, put his head through a fucking wall. But there's going to come a day where you say enough. You're telling me a multi-millionaire who's already married the boss's daughter, he's set for life, he can start his own promotion right now. You're telling me his hands are tied and he can't find his balls to stand up to his father-in-law? Cut the shit! People do it all the time at their 9-to-5s. It's self-respect. Shane McMahon found his fucking balls and told his father to shove it up his ass 3 times over the last 30 years. And one of those times, Shane went and started a successful business. This dude comes back and he does some crazy shit when he doesn't need to, just because he loves this shit. He loves this shit. You may not like Shane. I understand. The new thing is he takes people's spots when they should be on the card. I get it. But you can't say that this dude needs to do the crazy shit that he does and he doesn't love this so much. Bad Bunny loves this shit. And when Bad Bunny shows up, Bad Bunny rocks the fucking house down. He doesn't just show up. He shows out. Bad Bunny shows out time after time when he's in these segments. So if you've never heard me say a bad thing about Bad Bunny, it's because he doesn't do anything bad. Maybe he's a not so nice bunny, I don't know, but this dude is a damn good bunny. And last night he did it again, man. I could not agree with Corey Graves more. This is not some fly-by-night celebrity stopping by to promote something. This is Bad Bunny's dream and he takes it seriously. The dude respects this. You know, you may feel a certain way about Logan Paul, but Logan Paul has done nothing but show you why he should be a part of that company. You know what Logan Paul showed, BC? He's already better than 87% of the roster right now. You know what Bad Bunny showed me last night? He's got more heart than 72% of that roster in its entirety right now. $25-minute match, guys, in length. 25 minutes for Bad Bunny. This guy doesn't need to do this. He's a multi-millionaire, one of the biggest acts in the world. 25 minutes. Priest hits South of Heaven finisher very quickly in this match. South of Heaven was hit. He has the pinfall, but he picks up Bad Bunny, refusing to pin him so he can put more punishment on him. I love that, man. I really love that shit because he can use that in his promo Friday night, Monday night, whenever the next time you're going to see Damien Priest. He can literally say in the first few minutes you were pinned. I just wanted to put that punishment on you, blah, blah, blah. But he can literally say I had you pinned in the first few minutes. Cole had one of the corniest lines I've ever heard, man. Michael Cole goes like this, man. Bunny hits a top rope crossbody onto the outside where Damien Priest was, and Cole says, "Bunnies can fly!" I'm going to say that again. Bunnies can fly! Bunnies can fly. Man, if somebody who doesn't watch wrestling walked into the room while you were watching that match during that moment, good luck trying to tell them what you just witnessed or what you're watching. Your fucking wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, your significant other walks in. Bunnies can fly! I tell you, bro. Michael Cole, he's losing it. We love him, though, man. He's put in the years. Anyway, Bunny takes a Falcon Arrow through a table like a baller out in the crowd, man. And I mean like a baller. After Bunny low blows Priest, Balor and Dominic of Judgment Day hit the ring and attack the Bunny. Rey Mysterio and a returning Carlito Caribbean Cool! One of BC's favorites, bro. Bro, come on. Come on, that's getting a like just because I'm a huge Carlito Caribbean Cool fan, and I've been waiting for this guy to come back. That goes into the good column. Carlito, if you don't know who this dude is, please do some research. Look at on his promo, not just his matches. Listen to some of his promo. The guy's just so much fun, man. I just love his attitude. He's a baller, dude. He could be a main eventer, not just a mid-carder at any fucking moment. Snap of the finger. When I saw Caribbean Cool come down that aisle, I was like, yeah! What the fuck took so long? I see the apples already in the chat, bro. Love it. Too funny, man. They brought back Carlito, man. Oh, I hope a lot of you guys were just as excited as BC. That was so fun, dude. So Carlito Caribbean Cool. That's what he, by the way, for anyone going, why is he calling him Carlito Caribbean Cool? That was his name back in the day, WWE. Many moons ago. Carlito is all that many of you probably know him as. But Carlito comes back, man. Evens the odds with Rey Mysterio against Dominic and Finn Balor, who was already out there putting a beating on Bunny. And then Savio Vega appears for added insurance. So Savio Vega comes down at the top of the ramp. Now you're going old school. Now you're going Attitude Era-ish, where Vega was one of the big players, man. What was their group? Was that Los Boricuas? Can somebody give me a yes or a no? We're going back many years now with Savio Vega. I think it was Los Boricuas. That's when they were doing a lot of factions. And Vega, man, he went pretty far in the King of the Ring tournament one year as well. Yeah, Los Boricuas. Yeah, man, you talk about, somebody mentioned the word throwback in this, and that's what this was with Carlito, Caribbean Cool, with Savio Vega. I was like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, all right, don't stop this shit. This is epic. This is pro wrestling to me, man. It's theatrics. It ain't just the bangers, Blazely. I wonder if Meltzer's going to give this 7 stars, Blazely. I don't care about that shit. Yes, I want really great matches, like Michaels Undertaker, WrestleMania 25, no question. Tommaso and Gargano from a takeover, or Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Of course we want the great matches. But it's theatrics. It's entertainment, man. Make us feel something. Emotion. Put us to the edge of our seat. Have fun shit. Organic. Intrigue us. For the first time in the night, man, fun shit was happening. Vega is up at the top of the ramp, man. I loved it. So he's pretty much blocking, guys. If I can set up the picture for you guys. So Balor and Dominic are trying to escape because they want nothing to do with Rey Mysterio and Caribbean Cool. So they're pretty much blocking him from the right. Vega is at the top of the ramp. So they start laughing at Vega because they're like, dude, you're an old man now. Like, we're not going to turn back and face Rey and Caribbean Cool. We're going to take on you. So they start to make their way toward Vega. And then all of a sudden, Arriba la Raza! All right, man, it made me miss Eddie Guerrero so much. But it was the rest of the LWO that comes out for Vega. And at that point, there was like a little brawl, I believe, with all of them. I think actually Vega took out Balor. That was fun because Vega is older now. But he started to do that fucking ninja shit. Guys, the whole thing was just so much fun. I can't even tell you. BC, I mean, this is pro wrestling to me, man. When you just have a lot of fun and you just get creative. You know, I love when the agents, they talk with HHH and Vince or whatever, and they just say, hey, we want to do X, Y, and Z. We want to do some fun shit here. Do you mind if we call in this person? What if we can get this person to fly in? And you really get creative, you know? That's what we used to do so much back in the day. And it's not done often enough in 2023, and it's criminal. Because now more than ever, you should have the resources. Every match should be fun in some type of way. So that's what happened. Vega did take out Finn Balor. That was such a good moment, man. Back in the ring, a Canadian destroyer, which was renamed the Bunny Destroyer, was hit by Bad Bunny onto Damien Priest. The Bunny Destroyer finishes Priest. 1, 2, 3. Priest ends up taking the L to the baddest Bunny. He's a bad Bunny! With a huge victory. There was a sign in the crowd. I don't know if you guys caught this or not. There was a sign in the crowd. And by the way, thank you for 400 on the ups, guys. You guys are the best. Let's go to 500 if you don't mind. Let's stay amplified. There's no reason not to. So there was a sign in the crowd. I don't know if you guys saw this. And it read this. It was like in the second row, so you couldn't miss it. The sign said, and I quote, "I'd rather listen to John Cena rap than listen to Bad Bunny music." That person may not have been pleased by this outcome, but BC loved everything about this match, everything about the finish. There's a term that is misused in pro wrestling. BC is going to break it down for you. It's called overbooked. This is the definition of overbooked. If anybody watches AEW All Elite Wrestling, if you don't, that's fine. But for anybody that does, if you've ever caught Cody Rhodes matches, that is the definition of overbooked. Cody Rhodes likes to overbook matches. Now, people look at that word as a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That means Cody Rhodes gives a fuck. When you overbook a match, sometimes it's a bad thing, right? Because it's not done properly. And it can't be done all the time, by the way. But overbooking a match usually means you give a fuck and you're coming out with some fun, interesting, intriguing, exciting shit for all of us. Overbooking can be a good thing. There's been many times where Cody Rhodes has had really good overbooked matches. This was completely overbooked, and it had to be. It's Bad Bunny versus Priest. Priest cannot just lose to Bad Bunny straight up, guys. He can't. A loss like this, Damien Priest is fine. Relax. RELAX. Aaron Rodgers type. Relax. Damien Priest is fine, guys. He's first of all going to say that he had Bunny defeated in the first 2 minutes via the South of Heaven finisher, and he's the one who picked Bunny up to put more punishment on him. So he's to blame himself, but he had him beat. And then he can say all of the schmozzery afterwards is what distracted him before Bunny took out his leg and then delivered the Bunny Destroyer. So Priest is fine, guys. Trust me. Exactly right. WWE, AEW, Marvel fan in the chat. When I always say there's victory in defeat, Priest is fine. Bunny had to win this match. The only way to get to that conclusion was to overbook the match. Just do it correctly. This company doesn't always do that. Last night, they hit it out of the fucking park. Aaron Judge, Grand Slam style. Very fucking good. By everybody involved, everybody. And I already gave Carlos Caribbean Cool, Carlito Caribbean Cool, the fucking, his own good because it was so fun seeing him. But everything else, the match, the finish, the way it was orchestrated, the fact that they didn't give us, this amplifies, BC. I love this. A good booking decision by WWE. You ready for this? The fact that they didn't give us the stereotypical Bad Bunny, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic and Damien match, or Balor and Damien. Because we all thought this was going to be a stupid tag match, right? An exhibition tag match. That way Bunny doesn't have to do too much. He won't get injured. His agent, his manager isn't going to have a heart attack. No. Bad Bunny said, I want a singles match. Let's go. WWE management says, hey, we'll do it if the managers are okay with it. Bad Bunny's manager said, hey, he wants to do this. Everybody found their balls and stepped up. And the fact that they even let Bad Bunny have a 25-minute street fight with Damien makes my heart happy. Everything involved with this was super good. It was great. And you know what happens when you're great? You get 2 goods. So that 2 now becomes a 4. Because that was great, guys. That 2 is going to become a 4. I loved everything about that, man. That is what I mean, guys. See, I'm excited just talking about it. It's the next morning, and I'm still excited about it. But that's what I mean about premium live event pay-per-view worthy shit, right? Like, when I'm thinking about a pay-per-view, I want to remember this shit years from now, right? Oh, yeah, that happened at Backlash 2023, right? Like, that's one of those matches, whether you know it or not, you'll know what I mean a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and beyond. That's one of those matches you are never going to forget. You don't have to take my word for it now. Nah, BC, I'm already forgetting about it, man. Trust me. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough. You are never going to forget that match because it was fun. Watch, man. Man. So good. So where are we, guys? 4 in the good, 2 in the bad, 1 ugly. Every ugly gets crossed off at the end of this review. It's going to turn into 2 bads, unfortunately. Just like a great just got 2 goods. Every ugly will get crossed off into 2 bads. So basically, we have a 4-4 tie. After we're done crossing that ugly off, we're going to go into a 4-4 tie, guys. Even that up a little bit if you don't mind. There you go. Helps BC a little bit. So it's 4-4 going into what match? Match number 6. There's 2 matches left. We have a 4-4 tie in the tally. 4 goods, 2 bads, 1 ugly. The ugly will turn into 2 bads. So it's basically 4-4. We have 450 on the ups. We're going toward 500. Guys, when we're done being live and the thousands end up catching this over the next 24 hours, you're giving them a softball. They're only going to have to hit 600 or 700 in the ups because you guys are going to knock out 500, it looks like, even. Salute. Okay, so and I want to say this, man. Some of my tried and trues in the chat are saying that Damien should have won this match. So before I go into match number 6, let's have an honest conversation, right? This is the time to do it. This is where your guys' voices are being heard right now. You guys have already dictated 3 of the outcomes in the polls. How does Damien win this match? You can't do that to Bad Bunny. This is not going to be Bad Bunny's last match, first of all. I understand when a guest shows up and the superstar looks like an idiot. We have talked about that in nauseum the last several years especially. I totally get it. But if you guys think that Damian Priest cannot bounce back from this, Damien eliminating Bad Bunny, it was all of the help that came out, guys. The numbers outweighed Damian Priest. Do you guys see what I'm saying, man? Like, for instance, let's look at the help that Damien had. And you guys, help me out with this, please, in the chat. Because I'm live and I got a lot of things on my own piece. I'm setting up for the next match to review. So you guys are going to have to come through for me. Damien had who? Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and who else? Who else was out there fighting for Damian Priest, guys? Who am I missing? Dominic, and Finn Balor. Who else? JR9 Gaming says it was just Dominic and Balor. Okay, so that's it, right? That's all Damien had. Now, who did Bad Bunny have? Savio Vega, Rey Mysterio, Carlito Caribbean Cool, all of the LWO with Santos Escobar. I mean, right there, it's like 6 or 7 individuals, correct? So, I mean, they were outmanned, outnumbered, fucked. Damian Priest can use all of this in his arsenal. All of it. And the fact that he had Bunny beaten 2 minutes into this match after he delivered South of Heaven, his finisher, in just a couple minutes. So I totally understand. You guys are not wrong for feeling that Damien should have won the match. It's how you truly feel. But I'm just here to tell you that that's one of those matches where don't worry about Damien. If they do justice by him going forward, you never can count on that with WWE. Right? I mean, this isn't like Cody and Roman at WrestleMania Night 2. When I tried to tell you guys what happens next, you might not want to open your eyes because this company is about to go off the rails. And that's what happened over the last month, man. The Cody situation, the Roman situation. But Damian Priest is fine, I feel, guys. Yeah, exactly. Rey, LWO, Vega, Carlito. I think Damien's fine. There are definitely times where a guest comes in and beats somebody and you're like, come on, bro. Like some people might feel a different way if Johnny Knoxville defeats Sami Zayn. I almost said Sammy Guevara. Sami Zayn. You know, and it's like Johnny Knoxville and his whole fun house of fucking tricks and gags. I don't know. I just think he's fine, though. This was a big moment for Damien no matter what. This guy was the only Judgment Day member that had nothing at Mania. I felt so bad for him. Rey was in a big match with Dominic. Rhea in a big match for the title against Charlie. Balor was in a big Hell in a Cell match with Edge. And Damien had nothing. Damien had nothing. So to be in this massive match, man, this L, I really think is fine, guys. So now in the match 6, again, that ugly is going to turn into 2 bads in our final count. So it's basically tied right now, 4-4. Match 5 is going to dictate a lot. This was the Usos versus Solo Sikoa or Usos and Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Scooter McGhee, Matt Riddle. All right, this was a 20-minute match. Very good. We're starting off good. Everybody relax. Deep breath. We started off okay in match 6. 20 minutes. Okay, that's what 6 individuals should have. You believe that 6 really good wrestlers would wrestle to a great length of a task, right? This match would go a little bit because everybody is going to refuse to lose. You don't put Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory in a 9.5-minute match and expect BC to go, wow, that was good. Not every match needs to be long. So I don't want to be one of those reviewers where because a match was 7 minutes, it sucked. No, that's not true. But when you have a 6-man like this, let's see. Let them go, man. Let them wrestle. 20 minutes for these 6, I felt was the right way to go. It's the only way you were going to hook your audience. Otherwise, we're just seeing another 6, these same 6 individuals brawl. We've seen this every single show for the last 4 weeks. 20 minutes. That was good. Corey Graves said it best. I can't believe I agreed with him twice last night. And I quote from Corey Graves. It was Corey Graves says, it was not pretty, not by a long shot at the end of this match. The second half started going off the rails a little bit. They started to get a little fumbly. All 6 dudes were in there at once. I was like, damn, they gave them the 20 minutes, but it started to get a little sloppy. And Corey Graves said it best at the finish. It wasn't pretty, not by a long shot. BC was like, well, that's putting it generous. It was a straight up schmoz, guys. However, it had a lot of the great storytelling elements that we all got leading into WrestleMania. All the great storytelling from Jay and Sami and even Owens. And then for the last month, it just magically disappeared coming out of Mania. Roman went home, sips margaritas for the last month and a half. Owens and Zayn and the Usos have just been brawling every show in the same type of segment with Scooter McGhee and Solo. The storytelling has been abysmal. This match had a lot of the Solo, Sikoa, and Usos turmoil. And Jey Uso just hitting it out of the park. The tension between the 3 brothers, especially Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa specifically, so fucking good. So good, man. There was a moment where Solo was going toward Jey to deliver the spike, and Scooter McGhee gave him a knee to the chin. So good, man. Solo defeats Scooter McGhee, Matt Riddle, via the Samoan spike. This, you may not want to hear this. This was absolutely the right call. I understand champions losing nonsensical matches. I can't stand it. You guys know that. So watching Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, for instance, lose a 6-man schmaz diminishes their value. It just does. But when you have these 6 dudes, if you're telling me who cannot afford a loss more, the fucking Bloodline. The Usos just lost those titles at Mania. They could not feel any less relevant than they have been this month. They needed to remind everybody that they are still diabolical heels. Guys, the Bloodline needed this W. If Scooter McGhee just defeats Jimmy or Jay, no, BC would not get his rocks off. I would not sit here and go, wow, that was the right decision. The faces had to do that. Scooter McGhee, big victory. No, I wouldn't be. Because where the fuck do you do with where do you go and what do you do with the heels forward, man? Because they're not set on this Solo Usos turn anyway, just so you know. They're not set on that. My guess, they don't even know where they're going with it. They're going to bring in Paul and Roman next Friday night, and they're going to have a sit down and go, well, what should we do next? Very good. Somebody up in the chat, maybe it was Cosmic Tron. I don't know. It's going fast on my screen, but said there was no reason for Riddle to win. Exactly right. The Bloodline needed this. So, I thought this was, you know what? It wasn't ugly. the storytelling is what I always bitch, moan, and complain that we need more of. So it's time to put your money where your mouth is type of shit, BC. Damn right. I absolutely love the storytelling in this. The wrestling got sloppy, but it was decent for the most part. They gave them the time. The finish was the right call. Guys, even if it's just by a little bit, just a little bit, this was good. This was absolutely good to BC, man. Just barely. Trust me. Trust me, it wasn't that good. The six-man schmaz. But it was more good than bad. There's no way that I can shit on this when it had the story that was being told in the match. That's as fair as you're going to get. I understand if people don't want to see that or think it should have just went into the bad, but I'm not going to go against how I truly feel. I mean, while watching that, I thought the same thing. I was like, man, that just barely squeaked into the good column. Story. It's amazing what story will do for your somebody who said, but Zoom said boring. Hey, I hear you. You know what? Unit, let me poll you guys, man. That's where it's going to go. I am going to keep it in the good, but maybe you guys thought the match fucking sucked. I know the second half was a little sloppy. Maybe the story didn't do it for you. Maybe you thought Matt Riddle and Scooter McGhee and boys should have won. Let me ask you guys, man. Should Scooter McGhee versus Bloodline go into the bad column? How's that? Let's see what you guys think, man. Should Scooter McGhee's team versus Bloodline go into the bad column? It'll be up in your chat in the next 10 seconds. Oh, you know what? That was a straight question, too. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Well, I wanted to do a Q&A because it's not... I already put in the thing, guys. So it's supposed to be a Q&A. I am going to do it as... I don't like how that went up, so I am going to do that as a poll, if you don't mind. Deshaun Sanders, welcome to the unit, man. Everybody welcome Deshaun, please. New gold member. Channel member, Deshaun Sanders. Much love and respect. Let me give a big salute. Deshaun Sanders, I appreciate it. WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, not a straight up botch. I did want to do a Q&A, but it didn't, that's not how I wanted I wanted it more like the poll, so that's what we're going to do. Should Scooter McGhee, we'll try this again. McGhee's team versus Bloodline go into the bad column. All right, guys. So we are going to do this traditional poll, if you don't mind. Deshaun Sanders, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you, Unit, for welcoming in Deshaun, man. My channel members, they get an extra level of respect, man. That's because that's the best way you can support the channel, and that's by month too. So much appreciation to Deshaun Sanders and to all my channel members. All right, let me go to the poll because, yeah, see, I like the way the poll looks. Way better than the question. Should Scooter McGhee's team versus Bloodline go into the bad column? 26 say yes, 73% say no. So it looks like the unit, we are in unison here. The unit is in unison. It squeaks into the good column. I'm going to stop it right. That's all I need to see, guys. End poll at almost 150. I appreciate that, guys. 150 votes in just 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. 73% say no, it should not go in the bad column. So BC did have this accurate. We are going to put match number 6 into the good. So here we go. It's time. It's time. Anybody see UFC? Who is that? Bruce Buffer. It's time. Back in the day, his brother used to do the introductions for WCW. Let's get ready to rumble. He was the man. When you saw Michael Buffer, you knew it was main event, big fight field time. So here we go, going into the main event. 5 in the good, 2 in the bad, 1 in the ugly. The ugly is going to get crossed off into 2 bads. So it's 5-4. 5-4 going into the main. This could not be any more close. The suspense. This is better than the pay-per-view. Salute unit, man. Oh, we are so close to 500 on the ups live on 45 minutes of notice that we were going live. Middle of the morning / early afternoon for most of us. And we are 10 away from 500. What? Do you realize there's thousands of people that are going to catch this over the next 24 hours? They're just going to have the layup. They're just going to have to get 600 or 700. Like nothing. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as Asuka says. Let's hit 500 now. Why not? I'm going to watch this live. Or I'm going to put the fucking the channel on hold for a second before we go into the main event. And we're going to watch 500 get knocked out of the fucking park. 500 live. Fuck yeah. I got to give a salute to every single one of you guys that took a moment to smash that up. This is for you guys. Big time. Now, we start the process to 600 live. Fuck yeah, man. Let's stay amplified. Why not? We're already fucking going towards 600. Main event. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. And I know I got super chats. I'm going to get to them right after this review, guys. I promise I'm going to stay around as long as it takes. Shoot the shit with you guys who want to stick around for supers. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar was our main event. Deep breath. We're all going to review this the best way possible. Joshua, I appreciate that. I'll get that right after this review, man. All right, here we go, guys. You ready? This was less than 10 minutes in length. 10-minute match, main event. Doesn't seem like it, right? But it was. 10 minutes. Lesnar gets busted open the hard way. Lesnar is busted. I mean, this dude goes full throttle. That's what I love about Brock. When people get pissed because he's a part-timer and he takes big spots, you got to look at what he does. The guy goes all out. I remember many weeks ago when Omas clotheslined Brock and everybody laughed because it was a Brock botch. You know, or was it like the face plant? And Brock was just supposed to go over. Trust me, he's athletic. He could have just easily went over. Do you know what Brock loves to do? What he doesn't need to do. Brock went to go face first, flying over the top rope. And that's how the botch occurred. Because Omos didn't know that and he didn't give enough force to go flying. That's the only reason that he didn't go over the top rope. It's because he tried to fly face first over the top rope. That's what Brock does. Brock doesn't know any other mode than full speed, $160. Literally pedal to the metal at $165 at all times. He doesn't know how to go any slower. If he goes by a speed limit sign, it's a fucking chuckle, and he's speeding by that at $165. And he goes, I saw when that post was exposed, I literally said audibly, he is literally going into that $165. He is going face first at 165. It's what's happening. $165. And guess what he did? He went in at $165. They had to bring a fucking beach towel in there to wipe the blood off of this dude. The Crimson Mask at the finish of this match. Beach towels. Beach towels. Now, there's some people that go, this match was epic because Brock was bleeding, right? We had a Crimson Mask. No, that doesn't get BC's rocks off. If that's the case, every single Mox match in AEW, and by the way, much respect to Mox, but every match would be 10 stars, according to Meltzy Boy. Oh, He would be getting 10 flying amplified elbows. No, Mox bleeds every match. It's going to take more than just getting busted open for me to say that is an epic match or a good match. I respect Brock for taking that the hard way. Cody reverses the Kimura lock, I believe it was. I think that's what it was, right? Yeah, so Lesnar has the Kimura lock locked in, and Cody Rhodes reverses it, and Cody Rhodes defeats Brock Lesnar. I don't even know if you guys went shopping or not, but if you got any fruit, you were throwing it at the TV during a main event last night. Cody Rhodes defeated Brock Lesnar via a hold him down roll up. What the fuck did we just witness? Cody Rhodes defeated Brock Lesnar via a fruit roll. For anybody going, it wasn't a technical roll-up or a schoolboy pin. That's what there's 3 different versions of roll-ups, like traditional fruit roll-ups. It was a reversal, BC. On this channel, any hold them down pin goes into the fruit roll-up category. That's how we've always called it. Especially when you're a big motherfucker and you just got put this way and you can't get your shoulder just a little bit to the right or left, just a centimeter. You're being held down by Cody when you're Brock. No. Come on, please tell me that's not how we're finishing this match. Please tell me that Cody is not just gonna put Brock a little bit backwards onto his upper back. And the ref's going to count a quick 3. And Cody's going to roll out of the ring and run away. Please tell me that is not how we have planned to finish the Puerto Rico's Backlash. Please tell me. Please tell me. This is what I'm thinking. You guys want to know what I'm thinking live at that time. I am literally thinking amplified unit. Please tell me that is not how this just ended. And I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not being dramatic about this. I'm not over embellishing it. You can go watch for yourself. Cody immediately rolls out of the ring and runs up the aisleway. Or at least fastly walks away. Oh fuck, I just squeaked by with that victory. Thank goodness, this guy is a beast. He's gonna really attack now. And they show Cody once Cody gets to the final part of the top of the entranceway, Cody literally just takes it another fucking octane, and he almost starts running to the back through the curtain. He doesn't even look back to the crowd. This is a face. This is one of your biggest faces in the company. And he basically ran away after he got the squeak by robbery victory. What the fuck did we just witness? Could you imagine if Hulk Hogan beat Yokozuna and then ran away? Could you imagine if Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated a heel diabolical Kane? Steve Austin beats Kane, and then Steve Austin runs away. What the JR9 Gaming, if you're still up in the chat, man, what the oh, there you are. Cody was made to look like a coward. Thank you, JR9. I don't know what the fuck I was witnessing. Are they intentionally trying to sabotage Cody? BC, he got the win over Brock. What more do you want? What the fuck? He could have lost and he would have looked like just the same geek. How the fuck do you book Cody Rhodes like that? The victory. I have seen Brock Lesnar lose straight up way better than that. I have seen people beat Brock and not run away as fast as Cody Rhodes ran away. Are they intentionally sabotaging Cody, and the victory was to shut all of us up? Because the pay-per-view ends with Cody nowhere in sight. Cody ran away. Ran away. The last visual, go back and watch this. I'm not making any of it up. Go back and watch. The last visual was Cody going into that little, it was a little tunnel to get to the gorilla position. Cody never even looked back. Cody was like, I'm out. He's the face. He was like, check you. They stayed on Brock like Brock was the face. Like they did with Cody at Mania. And they stayed on Cody. Still ended up on Roman, by the way. It's got to. It's Roman. You know how WWE is on this dude's nuts. But they had Brock Lesnar in the ring, bloodied and damn it, he just got the robbery victory. It was almost like Cody's the heel. And Cody's running away. That was one of the worst finishes you could have had for Cody fucking Rhodes. Guys, just have him deliver 5 crossroads in a row. This is simple. How do they botch this? Lesnar is busted open. Crimson mask. Beach towels are being used to wipe the blood off his face. And Cody goes into his crossroads. 1, 2. I thought he was going to deliver a third, but he didn't. He didn't deliver the third. Do 5 in a row after he's busted open, and people would go, wow, I understand why Brock lost. Brock busted himself open, and then he took 5 crossroads. Brock's still going to look like a beast, and Cody looks like a real winner. Cody looks like a winner. There is nobody in the wrestling community that can tell me Cody looks like a winner today or last night. A week from now, a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, 376 years from now. You cannot tell me that Cody Rhodes looked like a winner last night. I could not believe that's, and then we ended the show. We ended the show. That was the finish for a crowd that deserved a lot more than that. Puerto Rico, San Juan was electric. I could not thank them enough for their energy. They made the pay-per-view premium live event way more special than it actually was. To the point where a lot in the community are probably talking about how awesome this event was when it actually wasn't. This board is as fair as you're going to get. But the crowd was so awesome. And they deserved more. Cody Rhodes deserved more. I don't know what exactly I witnessed. This board going into the main event was 5 good, 2 bad, 1 ugly. The ugly is going to get crossed off in the 2 bads at the final tally. So technically you had a 5-4 board. You went into the main event more good than bad by 1 tally. I'm struggling with this one because I really, guys, you want the utmost truth? I want to put this into the ugly right now. I think that's exactly where this deserves to be. By doing that, this will be, by 1 tally, this will end up being a bad event, technically, when you take the crowd out of it. Or do we want to be generous and just give it a bad and tie it? This is where you guys are going to be put to work. Get ready. This will be one of your biggest decisions you've ever made on this fucking channel. Does the main event Cody versus Lesnar go into the ugly column. Now, the question that's going to go into your chat within the next 30 seconds reads as follows. You guys are going to determine if this event was good or not. It's all going to stem from what you guys decide now. Does the main event, Cody versus Lesnar, go into the ugly column? If so, by one tally, this will be a bad event, technically. Whether you like to admit it or not, we just dissected it. If you guys say no, it's not going into the good. The finish alone makes it go into the bad. So if you guys choose no, it should not go into the ugly column. It will go into the bad column, and we will have a tie. And BC will have to determine a tiebreaker. You guys are going to have to answer this right now. It should go live into your chat in 10 seconds. Now, this is a big decision. Usually, I only ask for 100 participants. I'm going to ask for the bare minimum of 200. And I know you guys are amplified, so make sure that at least 200 of you guys vote. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes on this. This is a big decision, so please think clearly on this. We're already at 200 votes, by the way. You guys are knocking this out of the... Wow, I just saw the tally currently. Damn, 73% say that it should go into the ugly column. 27% currently say no. This is a landslide. I want to take this to at least 250 because you guys are already kicking ass in the first 30 seconds. Let's go to at least 250 votes and see what you guys end up with. 220 votes, 73-27. It's at a standstill. 72-28 with 228 votes. I don't know if that's going to change, guys. It looks like you guys have made your decision. I'm still going to take it to 250. $72-28 locked. 240, 10 more votes, and that's it. And I don't think 10 votes is going to change this drastically. Make your voice heard now, guys. You know what? I'm going to give it a 10-second countdown. If you have not voted, vote now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote has come to an end. 70-30. Some of you guys might be seeing 69-30. Over 250 votes in less than 4 minutes. You guys have decided it was the first thing that I thought, unfortunately, as high as I am on Brock and Cody, you do not end a premium live event pay-per-view the way that you did and have Cody Rhodes run away like he's the fucking heel who stole a victory and he doesn't even want to look at the fans. He doesn't even want to say thanks for your support. I'm running away. I'm out of here. This guy's pissed. Wow. Guys, that is... The main event goes into the ugly column. 5, 2, and 2. So the two uglies are going to be crossed off into 2 bads apiece. So that means 4 more bads are going into the bad column. 2 equals 4 bads. Because you had 2 uglies. I tried to tell you to stay away from those uglies. 4 more is going to go into the bad. On top of the 2, that means 6. And there you have it. Backlash 2023 by World Wrestling Entertainment was a bad premium live event when you actually dissect it. Now again, on the surface, because the crowd was so hot in the Bad Bunny match with Damien and Carlito, that was so cool. No pun intended to Carlito. That was so good. it may seem, the crowd can really make it seem good, and that's great. If you guys thoroughly enjoyed it, that's all that matters to you. That's great. This review was about dissecting it and seeing if it was actually good or bad. My unit was here the whole time, hundreds and hundreds deep. Thousands will be coming in over the next 24 hours, putting their input. This is the board, man. There's no sugarcoating it. That's as fair as you're going to get it. That's as fair. If you see this board any other way, then maybe you flip it 6-5 into the good. But there's no way that I'm going to believe that there was that much good over bad in this premium live. If you dissect it properly, if you know how to critique pro wrestling, this event was a glorified Raw and a glorified SmackDown. Even the main event, which was less than 10 minutes, with one of the worst finishes you possibly could have came up with. What made this feel like a premium live event was that bad Bunny and Damien Priest street fight and all the overbooking that was in it. Iyo and Bianca, memorable, sloppy toward the finish, and the finish really could have been done better. But it was a good match. Could have been a main event on a Raw or a SmackDown. That was really it, guys. That's it. Zelina Vega was squashed in 5 minutes in Puerto Rico, of all places. She should have been given the time of day and show the world why we should care about Zelina. Why people like BC are so high on Zelina. Seth Rollins and Omos should have never been happening. Less than 10 minutes, a stomp, and Omas is looking up at the lights, and that's supposed to be a premium live event pay-per-view worthy. Stop it. Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley again? Throw in a Bronson, give him less than 10 minutes, and that finish, it took the air out of San Juan for the first time in the night, and it took the air out of a lot of us. That's where it stays, guys. I totally... What do you guys think? Fair? Fair? Unit? I mean, we were all together in this decision-making. I think that's pretty fucking fair, man. Or at least not far off. Appreciate it, Godswilla. Eddie. Carlos Ray up in the chat. I don't get to see Carlos Ray up in here often. Carlos, good to see you up in here, man. Pimp Jesus says fair. Gilly, James Shrimp Fajitas. Right? That's what I'm trying to say, man. Billy. AJ Cobra, Cosmics, Montivia Major, James, Stiffmeister, Justified, Bad Big Dog, Derek Fleming, Rod Marison, Brian Robinson, Collinger. Man, it's good to see a lot of my tried and trues up here now that I'm looking at it. DJ's a Prodigy's up in here, Silver Black 31, Renee G, Daniel, fourth one, Ahmed, Dave Millet, Storm, Tembi, Psycho on Crack, Gold Card status, Kaya, Colin. Oh, I like that. Not fair because there's no LA Knight. Yeah. It's a shame that LA Knight gets no love. He wasn't even on SmackDown. Somebody told me he was on a dark match. Like the house show dark matches that they do before or after the big event. LA Knight was just used in a dark match. LA Knight had nothing to do with this event. LA Knight could be something so special. Absolutely pathetic. That's it, guys. That's the board for Backlash. 2 hours and 8 minutes is what this review clocked in at. I'm going to stick around for a little longer, go over some super chats, shoot the shit with you guys. I appreciate the hundreds that were here live and the thousands that'll catch this over the next 24 hours. You guys make all of this so worth it. Staying amplified with BC, helping him out when I need you guys' help, and I question you guys, and I poll you guys. And I need to put you guys to work. I appreciate that, man, big time. Carlos, 4-month membership, man. So good to see Carlos Ray. Don't get to see you often. Too much more. I knew it was probably life stuff, Carlos. So I never want to pry into that shit, man. I just hope everything's good. I had a death in the family, BC. Kind of kept my mind out of the loop. Carlos, man, sending you strength, love, and support. Respect, man. I thought life gets in the way, Carlos. That's why I wasn't saying too much, man. I always say, when you guys got the time, stop by every once in a while, say what's up, even if that's all the time that you have. So, Carlos, I hope things are looking on the up and up, or at least will be. The amplified unit's up in your corner, brother. Appreciate you. Let me find over the supers, guys. I want to go over to the. Hopefully, I hope I can get this on the bigger screen. All the super chats that came in. I knew there was a lot of you guys. I want to make sure I get to every single one of you. I don't care how long it takes. I may have to switch the battery somehow, but I will. And we started off with I should have known, man. JR9 Gaming, my right-hand man on the channel. Actually 3. Some of these might have been before I even went live. A couple of 10 spots and a 5. But JR9, my right-hand man, just chucking coffees at the Backlash review in the channel, man. JR9, thank you big time. This was one of those reviews that I really needed you to lead the ship, man. Bunny and Priest was a match of the year contender. Fantastic match. I loved seeing Carlito again. Also, Bunny's entrance was epic. One of the best I've ever seen. It not being the main event deserves an ugly. I know, JR9, if everything wasn't so perfect, I probably would have. But I'm glad they called it a double main event, even though that's horse shit. I kind of knew Cody and Brock was going to be the main event. I'm kind of okay with the decision. Never did I think the finish would be that bad. I knew WWE would somehow find a way to butcher the finish for Cody and Brock. I didn't think it would be that bad, and they have Cody run away. But as far as Bad Bunny match of the, no doubt, I mean, that was, you saw, Jenna, we put that right into the great column. It was overbooked, and I love overbooked when done correctly. Yeah, his entrance, man, that was a new theme song that he debuted, right? That's not the usual one. And everybody in attendance seemed to have known the song. I was fucking bobbing along with it, man. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Jam that shit to the ring. He's going down there with a whole carriage full of goodies, kendo sticks, garbage cans, baseball bats, who the fuck knows, barbed wire, chains. But I think that was a totally new song, and that whole crowd knew every lyric. Everybody's bobbing up like it's a fucking rock concert and shit. Yeah, JR9 just said the same thing. It was like a full-on swing concert. I just said the same. It was like a concert, man. The visual of everybody bobbing up, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. I could not agree more. JR9 Gaming. And JR9 also said NXT's Iyo Sky returned at Backlash. Fantastic performance. I just wish the title changed hands. Bianca has gotten so stale with this long reign. As high as I am, and I know you are, JR9, on Bianca Belair, I totally agree. The reign, I feel we're just doing this now to get the longest reign, which is what she said. And you knew when she said on SmackDown that one more victory away from getting the longest reign for Women's Raw Champion, you knew that she was beating Iyo. You knew that, JR9. We all did. So that took the fun out of it. You know, then you just hope that they give them the time and Iyo can rock out. The problem is I don't trust WWE is going to do anything with that performance. You know, but at least Iyo had the chance. Zelina never even got the chance last night. 5-minute match, just a notch above a straight squash to make Rhea Ripley look good. That's great for Rhea. Zelina got nothing out of that. She had the sentimental moment. She's tearing up in front of her family and the Puerto Rico crowd. And it's in honor of her father, and then she loses in under 5 minutes via one riptide. I don't understand that. But yeah, Iyo and Bianca got time. And as long as you get time on a premium live event, I mean, that's the first step in the battle. And JR9 Gaming says WWE can't even get their records correct. Bianca isn't longest reigning champ of modern era. Alba is at 649 days. Asuka, Mandy, and Shayna had longer too. I hate how they act like NXT reigns never happened. I didn't even think of all of that. And JR9, could you correct me or anybody in the chat, in the live chat? Don't they not even add Charlie Flair's NXT reigns? Or do they? I think they don't even count the NXT reigns for Charlie Flair. Because by then, she would already probably have tied at least her father, Ric Flair's record. Well over 16. JR9 says, yeah, they don't add Flair's or NXT to Flair's. Yeah, so they don't even. So how many titles did Flair win in NXT, Charlotte? Was it 2 or 3? I know I'm putting you guys to work, but we're live, man. BC can't do all of this on his own, all this checking up. You guys, I got to put my amplified unit to work, man. Especially my gold card members, my channel members. You guys have to go to work for the amplified, man. You're on the front lines of the channel, man. It's got to happen. So she has 2. So technically, if you added them, Charlie Flair has already tied Ric Flair's record. No, I don't think that's cool. I really don't. I don't think she's that fucking good, guys. I really don't. Sorry, not sorry. Not for 16 fucking title reigns. So Jaro9 Gaming, sorry, yeah. Jaro9 Gaming is bringing up such good points that I'm kind of going in left field with a hockey stick because there's a lot more that you could even add on to that conversation. Jaro9 Gaming, thank you, brother. We have rocked this motherfucker out big time. So good. Jaro9 Gaming was, even before we went live, my right-hand man throwing those fucking coffees and getting us started the right way. Also, Derek Fleming Jr. with a 5 spot. I love how the geeks are fine with Pinocchio insulting our intelligence with this world title tournament. They contradicted their own logic. Shake my head. Derek Fleming Jr., it's the same thing JR9 Gaming said in that super. How WWE, at their choosing, chooses to cherry pick what they tell us. What they count, what they don't count. With their championships, it's the same thing with this. They cherry pick what information they're going to stick with and what they're going to change without explanation. Paul Levesque, Pinocchio himself, because every lie he tells, it seems his nose grows. I call him Schnoz McGhee. He says last Monday that Roman's going to go to whatever brand he's drafted to, and his title is going to stay there. Now, this is a quote, for the other brand, they will determine who becomes the winner of this new world title. That's what he said last Monday. And then SmackDown rolls around, and he says that SmackDown will also be competing with Raw. And I love it, and Derek Fleming Jr. is so correct. Derek Fleming Jr. said, I love how the geeks are fine with Pinocchio insulting our intelligence with this world title tournament. They just contradicted their own logic. It's because they don't use logic and common sense. And I love how fans are like, I like this because it's gonna utilize SmackDown talent and put a spotlight on them. It's gonna put a spotlight on SmackDown. That's not what the title was created for, numbnuts. It's a Raw title. That's what it was created for. If you need the Raw title to put a spotlight on SmackDown talent, then you're not doing SmackDown correctly, and you need to take the title off of Roman soon. That's what that's telling BC. Don't ruin it for Raw just because SmackDown is in a whirl of shit. We need to see 4 triple threat matches spread around 2 complete brands. That's the only way you can get spotlight on SmackDown talent. It doesn't make sense. Derek Fleming Jr., absolutely correct. Dave, I work for WrestleVotes. What's the name on that? I work for WrestleVotes. Meltzer Mealy. We have a little bit of fun with the WrestleVote shit. That's a side joke. Dave Mealy with that 5 spot says, can we just say that Zelina was looking extra sexy Friday night? Bro, I don't know what getup she had on. She had like the baggier pants. She looked so absolutely sexy, man. Zelina Vega. I don't know what she did with her booyaka-booyakas, by the way. But top notch. I don't know if she had work done or not, but they were looking pristine, man. Zelina has added another level of beauty. I don't even know that was possible. But Dave, good to see you up in here, brother. Strict Tango, 2 spot. Did you hear Psycho Sid's tweet about Monet again? Well, I heard the original Strict Tango. You guys told me that he called Sasha Banks overrated. Did he double down and say something else that was completely stupid? Let me know in the live chat. Was it just the overrated thing, Strict Tango, or did he say something else? I'm on a delay, so I can't stick around too. I mean, I'm going to keep you guys here for 3 fucking hours, but I'll try to circle back to that, Strict Tango. Prime Killer 550. Prime Killer, what up, dude? When SmackDown promoted that Roman Reigns is going to return next week, did you notice on his graphic that Roman still has 2 belts? Yes, I did, Prime Killer. I do believe that now that it's after Backlash, I think that's going to go into 1 title. I believe. Knowing WWE, Prime Killer, they may make this guy Roman 3 belts. He may have both Universal titles, or the Universal WWE, and then this new world title. At some time down the line. You could see Roman 3 belts just to say fuck you to the fans. Wow, we are getting so close to 600 on the ups, and we're in the super chats right now. The review is over. Wouldn't that be something if we can fucking crush out 6? Yeah, so I don't see that he said anything else. So yes, calling Sasha overrated is what I saw. No, and that's obviously, but it's the opposite. She's underrated. She deserved way more in WWE. She deserved 16 fucking titles in the time she's been there, not Charles. Spicy Mama McCaleb with that 1 month full membership gold status. Salute, Spicy Mama McCaleb. I appreciate that top level of support. Salute. Badass, Spicy Mama McCaleb. Pile driver finisher. Yeah, so I think that's going to turn into 1 title, but it could become 3 knowing these motherfuckers. Guys, I got a lot more supers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hope that this works. My battery is at 5, but I want to stick around for as long as it takes because you guys showed the utmost support throwing a coffee to BC. I want to stick around. So I'm going to attempt, if this works anyway, to do a little battery switch. If you don't mind. Hope that this works. And I'm going to make sure that I get to all of you guys. But as far as Sasha Banks goes, Strict Tango, no, man. Obviously, that is the utmost in bullshit. Nobody's buying that shit. Sasha Banks is incredible. End of story. All right, let me see if I can get this going, guys. If this works, I can stay on for as long as I want, hopefully. But first and foremost, it has to work. All right. Go in the hole. That's what she said, right? Go in the fucking hole. Go. That is your home. Go in there. This might not work, guys. No, you don't want to go in there? What the fuck is your problem? Oh, yeah, we got it in the hole! It's like junior high all over again. I'm back. I lost it, Ma! All right, guys. Hold on. This might work then, man. I might be able to stay on. Let's see. Do that. We are going to take you out. I'm going to lose the mic for a second, guys. This mic is out of order for a second. Hold on. Yep. All right, hopefully this goes, man. All right, guys, hold on. You guys should have me back on audio. Give me a thumbs up if you guys got audio. Yes, I found the hole. We might have another battery, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me, man. I just had to switch out a battery, and in doing that, I had to switch out like 3 different cords. It was a long process. You guys got this mic back? Yeah? All right. All right, cool. Appreciate it, man. All right, then I'm going to stick around. That might have done the trick, guys. I'm hoping anyway. Well, we're going to find out. If the battery dies out, any super chat, I will get to every single one of them in a separate video in the very next video, guys. Maybe I'll try to put that out later tonight or something, but I'm going to try to stay live as long as I can. So where did I leave off? Hold on. I left off at, I got Prime Killer. Fleck Guapo! 5 spots. Sup, BC? What up, Fleck? Good to see you, man. Fleck Guapo says, the Royal Rumble might be in Orlando next year. I'll be keeping a close eye on their bid. Rubbing hands like Birdman. Oh, man. Orlando is my... I should just be living there, to be honest with you. I love Orlando for so many reasons. And why I am not there, I have no fucking idea. Stupid. I may have to show up in Orlando if that's the case. Fleck Guapo. I'll be keeping a close eye on that too. Thanks for the heads up. DCARA 2 spot. Gold status. Ice picks weren't close enough. Ice picks. DCARA, what do you mean by ice picks? What am I not understanding in the chat? Ice picks weren't close enough. What ice picks? Who got hit by an ice pick? What ice pick are we talking about, DCARA? Does anybody know? Am I just lost on this? The ice picks weren't close enough. I don't understand what that means. The ice picks. The ice picks. The ice picks weren't close enough. All right, well, nobody knows. Well, if DCARA, if you're still up in here, let me know what the ice picks are. I don't know what ice picks are. Anyway, I can't stay here another 2 hours trying to find out what the ice picks are. Anyway, my whole unit doesn't know what that means, but I'll try to circle back to that. Appreciate it, DCARA. Big Nang with a 5 spot. What's up, BC? What up, Big Nang? Just stopping by for a short bit with a coffee. I appreciate the coffee, Big Nang. I appreciate you being up in here more than anything. We'll watch this good, the bad, and the ugly later on. Peace, BC and the unit. Red team and gold team, go! Yeah, Big Nang, stay amplified. This will be up on the channel later, bro. Appreciate you. Muhammad Isa, 550 gold status. I'm so tired of people saying stuff like, oh, this needs to happen, or he needs to get this, or that's why, why does their opinion equal necessity? Well, everybody's going to have an opinion, though, Muhammad. The problem is everybody's got 140 characters these days. So you're just hearing everybody's opinion. You know, and then when you have a real critic, somebody who's been doing this since they were little like BC, and somebody who's been in that ring like BC, somebody who's got friends traveling the world breaking their backs like BC, you know, somebody who actually critiques this the right way, people sometimes, you know, you want to clog everybody in the same category. Well, BC, you're just the same like everyone else. You're just spewing your opinion. That's not true at all, right? My likes and my opinions differ from fact. I really like Jinder Mahal. I know as a fact, Jinder Mahal should be nowhere near the main event scene. Right? I don't misconstrue what I like in my opinion for factual information. I know when to put opinion to the back burner. Throw your opinion to the wayside. So when people say, well, BC, you're just doing what we're all doing, man. We're just giving our opinion. Not really. I take this critique thing very seriously, like Siskel and Ebert did for movie reviews, or the Hollywood Reporter does for TV, the Grammys, or whatever the fuck would do for musicians, right? There's people that love to critique it because they know how to dissect certain things. For me, it's pro wrestling. I've always had a mastermind for pro wrestling, like a fucking Paul Heyman. I've always viewed wrestling 10 miles ahead of everybody else because I see how everything can work so masterfully like a well-orchestrated orchestra. And I see how simplistic it is and how massively these promotions botch. So, Muhammad, you're correct. But everybody has their opinion, and everybody thinks their opinion is fact these days. And that's where it's not true. It's just not true. So sometimes, you just got to know what you're really good at, right? For instance, BC is not I'm not a fast reader, right? I like to really comprehend. So I read the same thing 3 times, right? It'll take me like 4 minutes to read a paragraph because I'm really trying to comprehend it. I want to absorb it. Some people can read really fast and absorb it all. That's not what I'm good at. I'm not the best chef. I'm a really good cook. I'm Italian, so obviously we're naturally good cooks and stuff. But chef, that's another story. I'm not so great at that. Not great at cleaning shit. Although I try my best. I'm not the best mechanic. Right? There's things you're going to be good at and not. I'm really good at dissecting pro wrestling, man. Not everybody is. When you have a channel like I have for over 5 years, you see people that try and they suck at promoting wrestling or booking. I mean, I have had some amplified unit members that have told me some ideas and I'm like, oh my goodness, please don't ever book. And it's just like, know what you're good at, man. If you just want to watch, that's fine. If you want to come across a platform like this and watch a channel like this that reviews, I hope you understand how you're reviewing it. So, Muhammad, I agree, but we just have to decipher who are real critics and who are just fans that are acting like they know how to critique pro wrestling by giving their opinions, because there's a big difference. Christopher Blackshear, 2-spot. Zelina received that love last night. I felt it. Well, Christopher, you are correct, but I'll tell you who did not give Zelina Vega the love last night. Paul Pinocchio Levesque, Schnoz McGhee, only gave Zelina 5 minutes to do her craft in Puerto Rico in front of her family, honoring her father, and she gets basically squashed out. I wish Paul Schnoz McGhee Levesque would have given Zelina Vega more time to show the world why we should care. Because everybody else, like Christopher Blackshear says, was given that love. Nasir Alexander, 2-spot. Puerto Rico deserves WrestleMania. Puerto Rico, Nasir Alexander was phenomenal last night, man. I cannot. San Juan, I believe. Puerto Rico, San Juan. That's 2 nights in a row, by the way. That is 2 nights in a row that they've knocked it out of the park. Amari 316, 5-spot coffee. I personally enjoyed the show, but people like you, BC, are needed in the community to give more a realist take on pro wrestling. I appreciate that very much, Amari 316, because that's exactly what I always try to say. Amari 316, I'm going to repeat that super chat, says, I personally enjoyed the show, but people like you are needed in the community to give more of a realist take on pro wrestling. That's what I'm trying. Personally, your personal preference, your personal thought process, how you view pro wrestling, your opinions, that all goes into effect as to if you personally enjoyed a pay-per-view or a show, no question. But when we do a review like this, we're going beyond your opinion. We're talking about if this was actually good or bad. You may love a movie, right? What's your favorite movie, Amplified Unit? Maybe it's Transformers. Maybe it's The Breakfast Club. Maybe it's the Star Wars movies, the Harry Potter films. Maybe it's Ghostbusters. Maybe it's the Saw series, right? Or Halloween series. Jer9 just spit out Halloween, for instance. Braveheart, James Shrimp Fajitas, right? Now, you may love it. That doesn't make it a really good movie. Now, some of the ones you guys are talking about, of course, Terminator, Halloween, but yeah, the Bravehearts, those are good. But there's some movies, right? Like I love a movie called Weekend at Bernie's. You're probably not going to hear rave reviews about Weekend at Bernie's. Growing up, I loved Home Alone. It may have gotten panned by actual critics. You don't know. But There's movies. You could do the same thing with music. And you can go to a restaurant, right? And get a 5-course meal. You may have personally loved it. You go on the reviews, it's got it's a Rotten Tomato of 89% in the shitter. People can tell you horror stories at that restaurant, but you went to that same restaurant, you enjoyed the meal. Doesn't make it a good restaurant. So I appreciate that super chat very much. Yeah, I love the sequel as well. Weekend at Bernie's is too funny. So yeah, that's the point. If you personally love a show, it doesn't mean you can come across a review like this and totally be upset. How are you going to say that was a bad pay-per-view? I loved it, Beasley. Well, because together, hundreds of us live just came together. We talked about it. We dissected it. How it could have been and should have been better. And it just, by one tally, was a little bit bad because you could have and should have done so much more. You can still like it. The crowd made it so much fun. And there was some good on this show. Easily. I got 5 in the tally for the good. It doesn't make the event from top to bottom, start to finish, beginning to end, the whole 3 hours and 5 minutes, it doesn't make it a good premium live event. I know what I'm talking about, man. I even infiltrate the thought process of the hundreds that were live here and the thousands that'll be coming in. Anyway, I appreciate that big time. You guys are coming up with some awesome movies that are your favorite. I keep ganning over to the chat. I'm seeing like Sandlot, Major League. What do we got in there? Dark Knight. Seth Rollins will appreciate that one. I'm seeing some funny. Yeah, a lot of these I've actually seen. But that's what we're trying to say. So anyway, Amari316, thank you for understanding that you don't have to agree with the conclusion. But I hope everybody sees how we got to that conclusion. It's as fair as you're going to get. I can't say this enough. If you're new to the channel, I don't sugarcoat. I don't bullshit on this channel. This is a real critique review channel. You're not just going to get opinions, man. We're going to dissect the facts. Jeremy Orr, 5-Spot Coffee. Brock and Cody was awful. Same finish as Ashley and Brock in Saudi. And I think when Brock won. Was that the same finish, Jeremy Orr? Same finish as Lashley and Brock in Saudi. Is that true, Jer9 Gaming or somebody? Was last night's finish already even done? Dante Drake, thank you for understanding what I'm saying, man. Trust me, I appreciate that big time. Not everybody comprehends my words. My way of thinking's next level, unfortunately, for a lot. Not the same finish, says Raybick. But it was close to it. Okay, thank you. So it was close to the same finish. I didn't even think of that. I just knew it was bullshit, and I didn't even think that it was close to a finish like it. Jar9 says, Brock rolled through the Hurt Lock. I remember! Wow, thank you guys, man. That's true. So this isn't even a creative way. It's not even semi-creative. I don't even know, man. Jeremy Orr, thank you for even bringing that up. I totally just didn't even think of that. Jeremy Orr with another 2 spots says the bunny match was good but overbooked, I think. You are correct, Jeremy Orr. But this was, I feel, the right type of overbooked. It was fun. And maybe that's just because I'm a huge Caribbean Cool fan. I love Carlito, man. I just always felt this dude just had the look of a superstar, cuts promos like a superstar. He's good in the ring. And it's a crime that he was not in WWE for so many years, or at least in the limelight for the majority of us to see. I know he was still working and doing much. But, man, I felt there was unfinished business in this promotion. And then Savio Vega, and I felt that Bad Bunny played his part so well. It was the right type of overbooked, Jeremy Orr. I truly feel that way. Where did I leave off? Brian Robinson with a 5-Spot Coffee. Sucks that WWE puts more effort into guest matches more than their actual roster. It was good seeing Carlito again and Savio Vega. I do agree. As much as I love Bad Bunny, and in this match, he crushed it, and I feel it was the right call. Damian Priest is going to be fine. I do agree with your overall assessment. Too many times we bring in the celeb. We're just thankful that Logan Paul and Bad Bunny respect the business enough to put the effort into it and go full throttle. Big thanks to Logan Paul, Damien Priest, him too, but Bad Bunny. But you're right. Too many times celebrities out of the blue. I don't care if it's a Snooki or if it's Johnny Knoxville or whoever the fuck they pull out of their ass. They just get everything while the talent busting their asses and breaking their backs will have to take an L. So I totally agree with you. In this instance, justified though. Spicy Mama McCaleb, 999-10 spot. We meet again, handsome. Appreciate that. Spicy Mama McCaleb. When Zelina came out, I felt her heart and was almost in tears. I followed her career since her Impact days, and it was always cool seeing a person my height wrestling. I call her 4'11 of heaven. I know she's right around there. I totally agree. We were all feeling those tears, man. And again, it wasn't just, being in Puerto Rico, having her family front row, but it was her father that passed away in the September 11 attacks, 2001. So there was just so much on the line. And that's why it's so odd that they only gave her 5 minutes. I know what she's capable of. I've seen Zelina matches way more than 5 minutes. They didn't even give her a chance to, showcase what she had. It was really weird. It was like a Zelina Raw match. Very weird. But yeah, the emotion that she was showing, the crowd reaction to her, that's the best part, unfortunately, of the Rhea Zelina match. Spicy Mama McCaleb, so much love, so much respect to Spicy Mama. Jack Brewer with a 20 spot, man. Several fucking coffees being thrown at the channel. Jack Brewer says, I gave the like button a bunny destroyer. My favorite match of the night at work now. We'll watch the review later, BC. Check you later. Gold and red unit, enjoy the coffees. It was great seeing Carlito again. When I heard his theme, I popped. Jack Brewer, that makes two, and I know a lot of the wrestling world was so happy to see Carlito back. The theme music alone, I was like, no, they ain't. Tell me Carlito ain't coming out here. Spitting out that fucking apple. Jack Brewer is at work, and he took a moment to say what's up to BC in the unit, all of you guys. Throw us a bunch of coffees and smash that up. I appreciate that, Jack Brewer, so much, man. This live stream will be up on the channel as soon as we are done being live. It will be on the channel, so make sure it'll be up there if you missed anything. Make sure you check it all out. Jack Brewer, I appreciate you, dude. And more importantly, gold card member, guys. Jack Brewer is a channel member. That's the ultimate level of respect. So I appreciate you, man. Bad Big Dog 95 with a 2 spot says, why wasn't this match the main event? I think you're talking about Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. I think it was called the double main event. And a double main event, obviously one of them has to go on beforehand. So technically, that was their way out of it. They did call it a main event, Bad Big Dog 95. But there was just no way that Cody Rhodes and Brock could go on beforehand. Looking back at it, of course, it should have been. But no harm, no foul. Either one, their way out of it was calling it a double main event. Bad Big Dog 95. Jay with a 2 spot says, no OC versus Viking Raiders. No, they did that on Friday night, Jay. They blew their load before the pay-per-view and didn't even bother giving us a story with the Viking Raiders and OC. And you know what they're going to do? They're probably going to have them wrestle 6 more times in the next 2 months and call that a story. Can't make that shit up, man. JR9 Gaming with a 2 spot says Jamie Noble and Brian Kendrick produced the street fight. JR9 Gaming, that is clutch information. You know why? Because you know JR9. But to anybody new to the channel, BC is a massive Jamie Noble fan. He used to be a wrestler in WWE. Now he's an agent. Helps book the matches. Jamie Noble, JR9 Gaming is telling me that, and who else was it? Kendrick? Where was JR9's? JR9 Gaming. Jamie Noble and Brian Kendrick produced the street fight. So the best match of the night, no offense to Iyo and Bianca, they rocked it out. Finish was sloppy. Some of it was not their fault. But yeah, the Bad Bunny Damien Priest match, I mean, that was, come on, that was easily the best. That was produced by Jamie Noble! Jamie Noble, guys, one of my favorite. He was funny as hell indeed. Who said that? Zoom Station. Back in the day, that was his character. Like this trailer park guy. He spoke like that. I'm Jamie Noble. Give me some respect. Nydia, get over here. Where you been, girl? And his manager was Nydia. I think she won Tough Enough. She was only around for a cup of coffee, and then she was gone, unfortunately. But Nydia was the trailer park trash girlfriend of Jamie Noble. I love them together, man. They used to make out. They would put Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti to shame with their makeout sessions because it was a trailer trash makeout session. It was funny, man. You sound just like him, Eddie Brash. He does a little bit more of a twang, but yeah, he was one of my favorites, so I was always emulating him. To this day, when I shoot the shit with some of my boys, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, man. You know who I am? I'm Jamie Noble. Show me some respect. What the hell is Nydia? I used to love Jamie Noble. So anyway, JR9 Gaming, that is clutch information. I should not have been shocked that Jamie Noble put that out there. Jamie Noble is a very smart man. Godswilla 2-spot. What does Cody do after this? I guess he keeps running away. That's what WWE had him do, Godswilla, last night. Run away after he squeaks out a victory like a heel would do. And then he just runs away. Now, I understand you got to protect Brock Lesnar, but what the fuck? He was busted open. You deliver 5 crossroads. You secure a magical victory that is going to be remembered. That is actually going to do justice for Cody, coming off of that massive botch at WrestleMania, booking botch. 5 crossroads from a bloodied Brock is not going to lose Brock Lesnar any prestige. Trust me. I've seen Brock Lesnar lose like a fucking idiot. I've seen Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar in 6 seconds. The guy's losing half the blood in his fucking body and takes 5 crossroads. Simplistic. Why overcomplicate this? Cody wins via fucking the fruitiest of roll-ups, a hold me down off the fucking lock. And then he runs away. Brock looked like the face. Cody looked like a chicken shit coward. I don't know. Godswilla asks in this super chat, what does Cody do after this? I guess he keeps running away. You could not have, I shouldn't say you couldn't have booked Cody worse. You could have. But this was pretty fucking bad. JR9 Gaming, exactly. He should have won with his fucking move, man. Dwayne's when he's crying tears on the plane. I just think it was, he didn't even look back at the crowd to be like, yeah, they showed the tunnel shot right before Gorilla, and Cody was just full throttle leaving. He was like, I'm out of here, man. He's pissed off. I'm leaving now. Sorry, fans. I'm not going to I'm not celebrating this victory. It was weird for a face like Cody to do that. I would never see Hulk Hogan beating Yokozuna and Hulk Hogan running away. I could never picture Stone Cold pinning Kane when Kane was at his height as a heel and then running away. I could never do that, guys. Really weird to me. Yeah, the Scarecrow. The worst thing would be Cody actually losing, though. So they could have botched this even bigger, to be honest. It could have gotten 2 uglies. Network Guy Dave! Haven't been able to say what's up to Network Guy Dave in a while. 2-spot. What's up, BC? What up, Network Guy Dave? One of my tried and trues from the beginning. Good to see you up in here, man. What's up, BC? Damien Priest is going to be just fine. I could not agree more. Network Guy Dave. There's a lot of people that think Damien should have won. That's fine if you think that. That's no problem. No harm, no foul. But if you're honestly pissed off that he didn't, don't be. I'm telling you guys, he's going to be fine. It's all about what they do with him going forward. I would not have been this pissed about Cody losing at Mania if WWE just did justice by Cody Rhodes. Made the Brock match make sense. Make the matchup itself last night make sense. Do a good finish. Have a trajectory for Cody. They have nothing. And I knew that was going to happen when that botch happened Sunday night, right? it's okay if somebody loses. Now, the company then has to pick up the pieces. Damian Priest is more than fine. Just book him half-ass correctly and he's going to be fine. We're asking for bare minimum and Damian Priest will be fine. Network guy Dave, no question. Joshua Simo. Joshua with a 5 spot. If they are truly to get to Hulk Hogan's record, it's time to burn the Bloodline book, is my opinion. Yeah, Joshua knows. Obviously, must be a tried and true. I talk about how sometimes you have to know when a story is finished. We all love long-term storytelling, or most of us, right? That's what wrestling was founded upon. Long-term storytelling. Build the suspense, keep the intrigue. It's a fun story. But you got to know when chapters are done, and sometimes you just close the book and start another one, right? I always use the Harry Potter analogy. J.K. Rowling, the author, was not going to make one big 5,000-page book. She knew when to end a book and then start new ones with the same characters, guys. Just different, fresh stories. Or aspects to a story that was already in the first several books, right? And I've never even read any of these books. I know that that's what she did. You had to have known that at WrestleMania, that was the end of that book. Roman has to drop the title. It's getting stale. People are getting nauseous with this thing. Roman's going on vacation for 2 months anyway. Just stop. Cody's going on across the world, the UK. He's going across the US to Puerto Rico. And he's got no fucking title. He's in a main event with Brock for no reason. Right? You have to know that WWE botched because they refused to start a new book. Instead, Schnoz McGhee, Pinocchio Levesque, looked at everybody and said, well, there's more story to tell. Maybe that's why Roman kept it. No, there wasn't. There was no more story to tell. There's none. And now Cody's on a totally different brand than Roman. Good luck trying to tell the fucking story in the future even. So anyway, Joshua, I completely agree, man. Mark Chisholm, Mark! 5 spot. Cody definitely needed this victory despite this being clean. I did not agree with how he defeated Lesnar with a roll-up and then just run away. Mark, exclamation point. Cody, there was no way he could lose this. That's the only way you were going to get 2, 3, 4, 10 uglies. So at least he won the match. But wow, was this one of the worst fucking things you could have done with this guy. A cheap-ass win, and then he runs. Zach Gowen would not have ran from Brock Lesnar had he defeated him. Do you guys remember Zach Gowen? He literally wrestled with one leg. Does anybody remember that? It was like early 2000s maybe. And I think he took on Brock Lesnar, didn't he? I think he did, man. Yeah, some of you guys remember Zach Gowen. That true story. If you guys don't remember, he was a wrestler with one leg, and he wrestled people like Brock Lesnar. Yeah, somebody just told me. Jonathan in the chat just said 2003-ish. Thank you for that. Yeah, a lot of you guys. JR9's confirming the 2003. Marie remember. Yeah, you guys remember, man. Zach Gowen. You can look it up. You can go back to some of his matches, but I don't even see him running away from Brock. Not that he could truly run necessarily. But, you know, I don't see him, like, getting on Matt Riddle's scooter and, like, scooting to the back. I don't know, man. It was such a bad finish. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar last night. So Mark Chisholm, I cannot agree more, man. Exclamation point. Network guy Dave, man. Now with a 10 spot, a couple more coffees. Network guy Dave says that main event deserves to get 2 uglies. This storyline didn't make sense, and a roll-up victory finish to end the night. Lazy booking, bro. Shake my head. Network guy Dave, we were just talking about that. I would have given it at least 2 had Cody lost. And maybe it still deserves 2 uglies, honestly, the more I think about it. You might not be wrong, Network guy Dave, but I totally agree with you. That is not how you end the night in Puerto Rico. That's not how you end a Cody-Brock main event. That ending left so much more to be desired. You talk about anticlimactic, that's it. Network guy Dave is just speaking some fucking truth and facts right now. 600 on the ups, man. I just noticed that unit. 600 on 45 minutes of notice. I only gave 45 minutes to know that I was going live. Nobody knew. It was the morning when I put that up, early morning on a Sunday. It's probably early afternoon for a lot of people. And we are over 600 on the ups. Next up, why stop? 700. Let's keep rocking, man. Cody looked like a fucking wimp and a half, dude. He really did. MD 2.0, 5-spot coffee, tried and true. Cody said he wanted to make Brock a victim, but he ran away. What the fuck? MD 2.0, thank you for bringing up the promo. Exactly. That's what MD 2.0 remembers. MD 2.0, you're not supposed to remember. Vince and Paul Levesque don't like that. They want you to forget everything or at least don't question anything. Exactly. Cody said he wanted to make Brock the... Cody talks such a big game, he's going to bring the pain. He made him bleed, okay. But he was already on his fucking... on a knee looking at Cody run away. Doesn't make sense. This is what I mean. You guys see... That's why I love... Much love to my unit. You guys are the best. Not only do you comprehend what I am saying, but you throw back even more examples proving our point. Things that BC didn't even think of. You guys are like, actually, BC, you're more right than you even know because remember this? And it's like, no, I forgot. Vincent H will be happy. I actually forgot some of this. That's how much I'm trying to forget it. Ozzy Edwards. Ozzy, one of my tried and trues, man, for the longest. Ozzy Edwards with a couple of coffees, 10-spot. I'm sure Cody regrets his decision coming back now. This wasn't ugly. Ozzy, it absolutely wasn't ugly. It got turned into 2 bads, and that's why you got the outcome. If you just did this finish a little bit, as I said several times in this podcast, in this review, all you had to do when he got busted open was deliver 3, 4, 5 crossroads. Done. Nobody would look at Brock like he bitched out, man. That's a straight up defeat. And any fucking human or even beast would be knocked out after getting busted open. Beach towels were used to wipe the blood off this dude, and then he gets 5 crossroads. You make Cody look like an actual fucking champion, even though he's not, because you botched at Mania, and Brock loses nothing. Instead, everybody looked like a geek. Cody squeaks out a victory and then runs away. Brock just had Cody's weight on him, and big badass beast Brock could not get his shoulder just a centimeter off the fucking canvas. Everybody looked like a geek in that main event finish. Ozzy Edwards could not be more fucking truthful. JR9 Gaming 2-spot. I bet Brock beats Cody in Saudi. Just awful booking. JR9 Gaming, you bring up such a good point. Something was telling me we haven't seen the end of these two. Something was telling me with Cody running away and Brock looking like Brock was looking like the face who's out for the revenge. Something's telling me they're going to do a rematch and probably have Cody lose. Are you telling me we're going to get... Is this going to be like a rubber match shit where we're going to have 3 Cody versus Brock matches through SummerSlam? JR9 Gaming, you are right on the money for thinking that, because I was thinking the same fucking thing. Mark Chisholm, 2-spot. John Cena's revenge victory on Brock was better. 10 times, bro. 10 times better than that. Mark Chisholm. No question. Completely agree. I'm sorry if you guys... I got 7 screens, basically. Roughly. I'm mixed up. So if you guys are hearing other things, too, all apologies. I got the baseball game going on in the sub-office. I got the fucking phone located right next to the main character. I got the computer up here. The laptop over here. So I got a bunch of screens. If you guys are hearing a bunch of fucking beeps, buzzing, all apologies. But BC's working an entire fucking unit office here. But yeah, John Cena's... and a lot of people are comparing Cody and Brock to Brock and Cena, but even that was done 86% better than this. Ahmed Yusuf, 2-spot. LA Knight, should win the U.S. title. Mic drop, Ahmed. Fucking mic drop. Absolutely correct, Ahmed. There's not more I can put. LA Knight should win the U.S. title. But listen, LA Knight is more relevant than Austin Theory right now, bro. He just is. Just is. Now, they're going to do a title swap, correct? Austin Theory is going to do... I think they're going to do the same thing that Rhea and Bianca are doing. They're just going to switch the titles like they're Lunchables, right? And Gunther, I guess, is going to switch the title with Theory like it's... like they're DVDs or video games. You take Zelda and I'll take Mario Kart. Isn't that what is happening or no? No, they keep them. Oh yeah, because they're just branded. They're just branded. Okay, you're right. Yep. Because Gunther has to keep his. He's got. They want him to break records and shit. You're right. Yep. There is no brand to those titles. See what I mean? They just fuck everything up. They confuse everybody. Raw has to be changed because it's a Raw red title, so they have to do a swap. Unfucking real. That's right. So now Gunther is just going to defend. All right. So now we're just swapping the titles to literally a different show. I don't even... These drafts, I'm going to be so... like I always am so honest with you guys. They give me a fucking headache before I even watch the draft. Because I know they're just going to confuse the fuck out of everybody for no fucking reason. Unfucking real. Ahmed, anyway, LA Knight should absolutely be winning a mid-carder very soon. Over Austin Theory, for fucking sure. Dante Jarren 23 2-spot wasn't a great PLE, but the PR crowd kept me hyped. No doubt. Dante Jarren 23, that's why I'm saying, if this did not have the Puerto Rico crowd, that San Juan crowd, a lot more people would be understanding this 6-5 bad to good tally. Right now, a lot of people are probably like, well, man, basically is usually very accurate, but I kind of felt it wasn't that bad. Trust me, I understand. I know how this works. A crowd can make something feel so much more special. But we're not just... this review wasn't just about dissecting a crowd. It was about the card, the matches, what happened, why did it happen, what was the buildup, why was the match even made? We have to ask all these questions on this channel, on this platform, because that's what we do. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not like everybody else, guys. You're going to get the truth on this channel. If you can handle it, awesome. If not, das Boot! But absolutely, Dante Jarren 23, the crowd. Fucking amazing, man. For 2 nights in a row. Jeremy Orr, 2-spot. Cody heel turn, question mark. Double ugly. Basically, that's what it looked like, right? I mean, it wasn't. But it looked like he just stole a victory and then he ran away. I could see Austin Theory do that on any given Monday or Friday. The 4th one, 2-spot. Vince and Triple H are screwing Cody. They're totally sabotaging him. Now, it's only one of 2 reasons why. 1, it's consciously sabotaging Cody. Or 2, it's subconsciously sabotaging Cody Rhodes. But you can't tell me that ever since WrestleMania, this dude's being booked properly. Because he's not. Network guy Dave, 5-spot coffee. I would have given the main event 2 uglies. No storyline in the ending of that main event. Triple H and Vince don't deserve us to be nice to them. I totally agree, Network guy Dave. Yeah, I totally agree. I didn't mind the match before the finish. Otherwise, it would have gotten 2 uglies. And maybe you're right, Network guy Dave. Maybe I should have given the ugly from the jump, because I've done this in the past, just for the booking of the match, especially with no explanation. And even last night, while the match is actually happening, Michael Cole says, we still don't have an explanation why Brock did what he did to Cody, and we may never know. Network guy Dave, you're not wrong. It probably should have gotten 2 uglies. I guess BC just had an act of fucking generosity out of thin air. But you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong at all. Spicy Mama McCaleb, another 10 spots. Spicy Mama McCaleb says, P.S. Riddle's trunks looked like a bag of Funyuns. Laugh my ass off. And seeing Carlito brought a huge smile to my face. It brought me back to that lovesick teen girl because he was one of my crushes. Carlito, huh? It's funny you say that because Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, when he was Razor Ramon, he used to have a lot of girls' attention back in the day. And he always played up that like Latino vibe. You know what I mean? Like Razor Ramon was always like, I don't know. He always reminded me of like a Scarface character or some shit. As far as what Scooter McGhee, Matt Riddle wears, I don't know what's up with his trunks. I mean, why are they that tight? It's like him and Finn Balor, let the boys breathe. Why is your shit that short and tight? The dude is completely shaven from top to bottom like a female. He's got all of his nails fucking painted. I don't know what's up with Matthew Riddle, man. Scooter McGhee is a weird dude. He is a very, very weird dude. And no shade. I'm just what I'm witnessing when he came out the curtain. You have like Kevin Owens, you know, like a man's man. You know, Kevin Owens just, you know, fight Owens, fight Steen, fight. Sami Zayn comes out, you know, got the big fucking beard, man's man. And then here you have pristinely polished, cleanly shaven from head to toe, tight trunked, nails polished, Scooter McGhee, right? Very weird. And this is a dude who's fucking, and this is a dude who's like a UFC fighter. Very, very interesting to me, man. So I don't know, Spicy Mama McCaleb. I don't, yeah, and that's not even shade. It's awkward. I'm not gonna lie. It's awkward. I mean, nobody's trunk should be that. I mean, if you have a package down there, any dude will confirm this. If you have a package, you need to let that breathe. That's like that type of tight. That's another level of. I don't understand what he's doing, man. I really don't. It's highly concerning. I don't know. Spicy Mama McCaleb. I have no idea. DB for life, 10 spot. Couple of coffees, DB for life. It pisses me off when WWE just passes up big moments. Cody in WrestleMania, Zelina in Puerto Rico. People forget who H was, has been, and always will be. So glad that this channel knows. But the rest, question mark, wooden bowl and wooden spoon. Please, sir, can I have some more? Shake my head. DB for life, I will never bullshit like other channels. I will never just join the sheep and give off the same type of quotes and thought process that everybody else in this community does. I will never do that. You're going to get the truth, the solid facts, no matter how harsh they are to take. DB for life, you thank BC and this channel for being there to speak the truth. I thank you, DB for life, for handling that shit and knowing that it's the truth. I will never let Paul Levesque, Pinocchio, Schnoz McGhee off the hook. Never gonna happen. Muhammad Isa, by the way, 550, just caught that. Muhammad, BC, breaking news from WrestleVotes. The sun is hot. Damn, thank you, WrestleVotes. I appreciate it so much. Without WrestleVotes, we would not have known that the sun was even out. Because Muhammad, the first report I saw from WrestleVotes, they said that the sun was out today. Whoa! Damn! I heard that Friday Night SmackDown will be Friday and Monday Night Raw will be Monday night. I heard this from WrestleVotes. Muhammad, thank you for your breaking news from the votes. BC's got some. I'm dishing right the fuck back. The fourth one, 2 spot. Howard the Duck and the Last Dragon. Now, I never saw the Last Dragon, I don't believe, fourth one. But I've seen Howard the Duck. And to BC, that's a classic. But that's a good call. I love Howard the Duck. The real critics that know how to decipher and dissect movies, Howard the Duck was not a good movie. But I loved it. So you actually brought up a good point there. Howard the Duck. I have not heard that in years and years. Fourth one. I grew up on that movie, bro. Carlos Ray. I guess he's not planning on having more kids. That's funny, bro. I don't know, dude. I just know as a dude, like, that's tight. Like, loosen up the fucking boys. Let the boys free. Sae Parker, 4-month membership. Sae, man, I only have a sip left. I've been Jimmy rigging it, not Jimmy rigging it. I've been nursing it. That's the word I want. Jimmy rigging would be fixing it. I've been nursing this coffee because I only have a sip left. I've been waiting for the final salute to my unit for the video. But Sae Parker, I appreciate your 4th month membership, man. That's the highest level of support you could possibly show this channel. It's never needed, but it's so fucking cool to have you guys as gold card members. Sae was actually one of the first card members. What's up, BC in the amp unit? Cody did a heel move and just may be turning because Brock was the face in this match. Think about it. The rubber match in Saudi. Yeah, I think that at this point, Jer9 Gaming saw the same thing as BC and a lot of you guys. Sae Parker, this looks like you're going to see this match again and possibly a rubber match for a 3rd time. But you're exactly right. The way that they worked it last night, Cody looked like he was a fucking heel. Brock looked like he was working face. Sae Parker, completely 100, man. Let me go over to, wait, where did I leave off on that? Nasir Alexander, 5-spot coffee. Bad Bunny could never make another appearance, and I'd still put him in the Hall of Fame. Oh, Nasir, no question. Even if it is the celebrity wing, I think still. He hasn't had enough matches to really go with everyone else, but the celebrity wing, I have zero fucking issue at all. This guy has already cemented his place. I mean, you look at some of the celebrities in the Hall of Fame. Come on, bro. A lot of them only one appearance. Nothing with what like Bad Bunny did. So much respect. I already had so much for the Bunny that he's a bad Bunny. I already had so much respect for him. Even more so now. Bad Big Dog 95 2-spot. BC WWE tried their best not to show Brock's blood. Yeah, they're trying to cater to that PG crowd. They tried to throw in the big beach white towel when the camera was elsewhere. They actually had him wipe it twice, and you guys never even noticed it on camera. I was told by people that I knew in the arena. So yeah, they tried their best to hide it. That wasn't going to happen. He was pretty badly busted up. Bad Big Dog 95. JR9 Gaming. 5-spot coffee. The world title tournament participants just announced. Oh, we got some breaking news. Go ahead, JR9. Raw. It's going to be Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, Miz, Damien Priest, Finn Balor, and Cody Rhodes. SmackDown. It will be Edge, Sheamus, Austin Theory, Bob Lashley, and AJ Styles, along with the 6th participant, Rey Mysterio. Those are some heavy-hitting names for both. So do you do Cody or do you do Sethington for Raw? On SmackDown, do you give Lashley the time of day finally? Or does AJ Styles finally be booked like a fucking megastar like he should have been for the past couple of years? Is it Edge out of nowhere? What do you guys think out of those 6 participants? You guys have any front runners? Looks like it's going to be Sethington. If they give it to Cody, it looks like a consolation prize to the highest degree. I'm not sure I'm okay with Cody getting that title. I really am not sure. I don't think you need Cody to be booked dominantly. I don't know if getting that title is. So I don't know. Man, it's so rough. He's in the tournament. How does he fucking lose in this tournament? I don't know, guys. I don't know out of those 6 names that I just heard. JR9 Gaming, thank you for that. I don't know who you guys go with. I have to think about that a lot more in depth. I need those 6 names in front of me, and I really got to think about how we're doing this. The Silent 12. 5-spot coffee. Backlash was I had trouble sleeping, and Backlash put me to sleep. Thanks, Paul Levesque. Solo turning on Usos could save it, but oops. I guess. Yeah, Silent 12. It wasn't that good. The best part of it, I mean, you had some goods. Bianca and Iyo for the most part. Good match. Sloppy finish. Bad Bunny and Damien Priest with the overbooking and Carlito and Savio Vega. I loved that. So there was some goods on this show. For the most part, it was mostly Raw SmackDown type shit. Glorified. The crowd, that Puerto Rico San Juan crowd, is what made it so special. WWE AEW Marvel fan. 5-Spot Coffee. There was no reason for a tournament. They should have done what they did back in 2016 with the Universal Championship and announced a one-on-one straight-up match. Not just that, WWE AEW Marvel fan, which I agree with because I cannot stand tournaments in pro wrestling. If it's once in a while...
And I got fruit roll-upped. Jinder saved the day. I'm out of mic. This isn't even working. I gotta go. I know there were some super chats, man. No. I am not getting fruit roll-upped again, man. Unit, can you hear me? Jinder Mahal just left again. I told him to stick around. I'm probably gonna get fruit roll. No. Fuck. We got fruit roll-ups for a while, man. Refresh that. I should be back on. Hold on, unit. You guys back? What a wild stream, man. The fucking battery fruit... I took a fruit roll-up from the battery. Now they want to give me ads. I'm trying to get back to the main fucking screen. All right, this mic is dead. This mic's gone, guys. As you can tell, this is just basically me. This is me just fucking screaming at this point. I can fucking shove this to the fucking. All right, get the fuck back on. Get back on. Don't fucking say anything. Anyway, the battery just did a fruit roll-up to BC. The whole time, my shoulder was up. You clearly see that. Referee is just watching like, oh, no. No, if you can't get up, I'm going to count you out. Anyway, guys, I got everybody right when the battery died, believe it or not. Platonic Cadaver, 999, said, hey, OBC, been a viewer for quite a long while and love your stuff. As a Puerto Rican, I'm glad for Iyo Sky. Got super over at Puerto Rico, and since she's my favorite wrestler. By the way, did you see how Bianca dropped Iyo? Oh, I did. 10 billion%. Platonic Cadaver, man, you guys were phenomenal. Puerto Rico showed up and showed out last night, as did Bad Bunny. But you made that event better than it actually was. So, big time, man. And yes, I absolutely agree. Iyo is one of my favorites. And her and Bianca absolutely rocked it. Dante Jaren 23, 2-spot. Maybe Brock cost Cody the match. Who the fuck knows what they're doing? Dante, your guess is as good as mine. We could probably book this shit 87% better than anything they come up with. And WWE AEW Marvel fan 5-spot. What happened to the stream, BC? Did you eat a fruit roll-up? Laugh my ass off. Legit. The battery died. BC was fruit roll-up. You saw it. I'm like this. I'm like, I can't get up. I have no legs. I couldn't get up. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm trying to tell you guys in the chat, I'm in a roll-up, and you guys know it's a fucking awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating move. Nobody kicks out of a roll-up. So I'm trying to tell you guys, can you see me? I'm like this. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, oh. You know, I didn't wake up in the morning thinking, hey, I'm just going to be like this for 10 minutes. Yeah. With fucking hundreds of people watching me. Oh, hi, guys. How you guys doing over there, yeah? Why aren't you guys laying down? You know, you think I wanted to be that way? I took a roll-up. I told you the roll-up is devastating. BC got rocked up by that roll-up, man. I couldn't get out. I had to call Jinder Mahal. I'm not even kidding. Mahal, thankfully, was nearby. Mahal was getting a manicure pedicure with Scooter McGhee, Matt Riddle. They're getting their nails done. He's like, BC, I'll be right over. I told them to bring an extra battery pack. You know what he brought me? One with 3% battery. So I literally have like 1% left. Thanks, Jinder, for nothing. Anyway. Guys, I hope you had a great time this 3 hours, man. It was wild. The ending was even wilder. I don't know how we still have a couple hundred people here. I lost you guys for 10 minutes. Thank you for everyone that took a moment to smash that up. Thank you for everybody that said what's up to BC, even if you guys were working or had things to do. This was the board. 5 and 6. I stand behind that. My unit helped to come to that conclusion. So, big time. So, with that, this is about to literally, the battery's about to die. So, BC's going to end it at 3.5 hours. And until next time, and there will be a next time, when my mic is working because I have more battery, we will rock out, man. Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, which means the review will be within 24 hours of that show. Thank you guys, man. Much love. I do a better roll call, but I'm about to take another fruit roll-up. Check you guys. Much love and respect. What a fucking stream. I'm out. Check you guys, man. Too funny.